Hello, my dudes. How's it going? And a welcome to this week's Thursday stream. We're back. Yay. Yeah, the week continues. Yesterday was a pretty good stream, I want to say. Good way to start the week. Mostly just chill stuff on JP, including a lot of catch-up. But yeah, very nice. Good talks and all that. And today, we're back for a game that's been kinda on pause for like, at least 2 weeks, I think. Baho Tsukai no Yoru. Because yeah, I'm still not done with the game. I did finish the actual main story, I suppose. But we still have more bonus material left. And I really want to be thorough, so we are absolutely 100%ing this game, or this visual novel, for that matter. Oh yeah. Now I'm not sure if today will be the final stream of this game. There might be one more after this, because apparently one of the bonus things that I have left is still very sizable. So we'll see, but I think at most 2 more streams. But regardless, I don't mind. It's a fun time every time with this story, so it's alright. It's nice and chill, which, I welcome right now because it's been so hectic lately with all the anniversaries and summers and everything. And even starting next week again, it will be more hectic since JP is getting summer. Oh boy. Pray for me, dudes. Pray for me. But at least the numbers are still good, so yay. No worries. But then I'm making some memes on Discord. Probably next week, if I had to guess. Didn't really schedule anything for today. But if there's a ton of stuff there, maybe we can even slide it at some point this week. I don't know yet. We'll see. But probably at the latest next week. Yeah. So how's everyone doing on this Thursday? Got more buffs today as well, of course, since, they're daily. OG Abigail and Billy for Archer. Very cool. I like both buffs. And I think they were both well deserved too, so that's nice. I think overall so far, 4 days into buffs, I think most of them have been really good and deserved. Yes, Clepius buff was really good, but I'm not sure if it was like 100% deserved though. So that one I'm still a bit mixed on. But, regardless.
Still here, just to resup.
Yeah, otherwise it's been, I think, a very good buff so far. Good. Hey Crowley, thanks for the 37 months, and welcome back to the Go Gang. Much appreciated. Very cool. Hello Yasno, hello everyone. So yeah, today will mostly be a chill Mahoyoru read-along, although at the end, maybe I'll try a little bit for Ishtar on NA, because, I do have an MP4 copy, and she is potentially getting grailed at some point. So MP5 would be cool, because it looks nice and feels good. And I still have some stuff left, and I don't think NA is getting a lot of crazy gacha anymore. At least, what even is the next new NA banner? I forgot. I actually don't... Is it... I guess it's Gouda, right? Is it Gouda? Gouda? It probably is. I forgot. That actually might be one of... might be the biggest banner left for me this year, though. But yeah, I probably won't be swiping for Ishtar. I'll probably just... try maybe some multis with the stuff I have left. I actually got a bunch of quartz today as well, because we got some from the Stay Night campaign. And then I also got my, was it 2600 day login? The 30 quartz every 50 days. So I got that today too. Very nice. So got some more quartz. Will I play Stay Night Remastered? Not immediately. I did see a bunch of screenshots yesterday of the shit show of a launch it had though. That apparently the English language of the game had completely... It was crazy bugs and whatnot. Wrong sprites everywhere and shit. And some of them were like giga spoiler. Speaking of spoilers, Apparently the achievements are all visible for some reason. They're not hiding them on Steam. I hope they change that, because for anyone that hasn't played the game, they might get spoiled accidentally. There was a lot of big moments on the achievements, including CGs of those moments chosen for the thumbnails of the achievements. So I really hope that they would, because at least in Mahoyoru, all the achievements are spoilered. Like, why didn't they do that for Stay Night as well? I don't get it. Maybe a different publishing company or something. Like, that's just... it's a it's a bit spoilery, yeah. So, yeah, hopefully they fix that. Ooh. You save the files you're gonna play bugged in the future. Oh, can you actually keep those? Does it work like that? I thought they would patch it like... that would fix the saves too, but interesting. When I play it on stream, you look at my talking, you're gonna work while listening to me. Oh, you mean Stay Night Remastered? Again, I don't have plans to do it anytime soon, because I think the next thing I would play regarding Type Moon stuff would probably be the Tsukihime remake instead, because that one I haven't read myself. But maybe eventually it could be fun to, you know, just do a fun little revisit to Stay Night, because it'll be nostalgic as hell for sure, because it's been like way over 10 years since I got into the visual novel. So eventually I'll probably do it, but I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. Okay. Right, so hey, hopefully everyone's having a nice Thursday. Hopefully it's good. And yeah, we should be good to go. So again, mostly just Bahoyoru chill, and then maybe a bit of Ishtar commit rolls at the end. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Whoa, I'm pretty low on the frame, huh? Whoop, whoop. There we go. Wow. It's me! Okay. Here for peak. Nice, nice. So I think if I hit continue, it's not gonna work, right? Because it goes into like the actual main game, I think. Yeah, like the credits or something. Yeah, I think... No, this was the bonus chapter after the credits. So I think we have to go into the extra menu or whatever instead. And go from there, like... Yeah, I think that's how you do it. The archive. So yeah, we have, I assume there's this book, and then another one that looks almost like the same is going to be right next to it, and that's it. That's the full story then. So the finishing line is visible, although supposedly this and or the next one that is still missing there are quite lengthy. So we still have quite a bit of stuff to go through, if I am to believe chat. So let's see. Just called The Honey Adventure. I'm guessing these to be pretty lighthearted, but I don't know. Also, wait a minute! Does that book say Chaldea? I just noticed that. Interesting. I mean, it's probably not very visible on the stream, but it does say that. The book right next to it, right here, you can see my cursor. That says Chaldea. Wow. Wait a minute, was that always there in the original game as well? Or was that added after this remaster? Interesting. I never noticed that before. I mean, I haven't had this book for a very long time, but yeah, that book says Chaldea. Wow, foreshadowing is real. Hello, Railgun, how you doing? So yeah, the Honey Adventure. Let's just jump right into it. Oh wow, that thumbnail though. Okay, interesting. There's a bit of Toko and Beowulf. Okay. Wow. Okay. Very happy to see that Abby got a buff. Yeah. It was a nice buff. Yeah. Right. It had been 1 year since he'd moved into the city from his remote village. Yeah, I think tomorrow we're starting the Elden Ring DLC. Yeah. One thing he realized during that time was that likes and dislikes were just in YouTube videos, were the main difference between human and beast. Oh, it's the backyard, or the, I don't know what to call it. The rear yard. I wonder when this takes place. I'm guessing this takes place, this is like when they started to, because we already knew Toko had set up, you know, her shop there for a long time now. So I'm guessing this is where they first arrived there, based on his reaction, seeing that he's kind of here for the first time. Okay. So I guess this won't be like all, or maybe none of it will be after the actual ending of the game. Will I use or get Artorian free-to-play? Probably will pick Artorian free-to-play, right? Yeah. Most likely. We'll see, though. I'm still holding on to that ticket for a little bit. But yeah, most likely, yeah. The figure dressed in a white coat danced to and fro down the hallway. It was like a young woman in an old film enjoying herself a window shopping. He was actually enjoying the atrocious sight of the school building in ruins.
そこ、あんまりはしゃがないの。何しろ築60年からの廃屋なんだから。
I guess this is the first time I'm playing Mahoyoru since the anniversary, because my main actual prediction for the anniversary turn was actually Toko, since we got the Mahoyoru collab and she was not playable in that. So it's kind of interesting now. Turns out it wasn't her. It was Space Saresh instead. Or Speresh, right? Is that how people say it? I think that's how people say it. It's pretty funny. So we got Space Star and Speresh. It's kind of cute, honestly. Hey, Coin, how you doing?
調子に乗ってるとバキッと床を踏み抜いて。
Oh yeah, speaking of Space Star, both Ishtar and Space Star have a rate up right now, right? Yeah. His mouth shut before he could even say to let him have his fun. Also, why are we having those rate ups? Is it because of Rin faces? Because of the Stay Night collab? Or the campaign or whatever? Is it because of that, or was it something else? I forgot. Only one set of footsteps echoed through the hallway. Not a single feather's worth of his 70-pound body was exerting any force on the floor beneath him. Oh, it's a downloads campaign, okay. Interesting coincidence for the Stay Night, though. I think because, you know, the Rin faces. But no Eresh, though, because she's blonde. Unless that's later, I don't know. It wasn't clear whether he was paying reverence to the hallway or simply excited by it. It's said that even walking through a grassy field, a beast is careful not to harm a single blade of grass. Apparently this creature wrapped in a coat was no different. He was more a part of the environment itself than a settler of it. He held no regard for beasts greater or lesser than him, but when it came to his comrades, he at least displayed human-like, or rather wolf-like clemency.
ま、相性はいいとプラスに考えましょう。街に出かけてくるけど、何か欲しいものはある？漫画とか小説とか。特にいりません。あ、帰りにハンバーガー買ってきてくれたら嬉しいな。
Why does every blonde character in Nasu stuff are always, you know, hungry for Borgars? Why is that a thing? Hey Moon Gnome, how you doing? Ever is a part of the download campaign banner along with Ibuki, Raiko, and Amakusa. Oh, so she will have a rate up as well? Wait, how many rate up banners are we gonna have? Because if there's already Ishtar and Space Star, that's a lot for a download campaign if all those are included as well. Wow. Do they always have that many, or am I just having a Mandela effect? I thought they always have like 1 or 2 banners at most. Rotations. I mean, I did see that the Ishtar banner ends tomorrow, so I guess it makes sense that they're rotations because they're very short. Blonde equals USA equals burger. Yeah, classic stereotypes. Who doesn't like a burger though? Toko let out a defeated sigh. With her glasses on, she was restricted to her original way of speaking and gesturing. It was the beginning of December. Okay, so this is a bit back. Yeah. So I guess, in a way, maybe not all of Mahoyoru, because we also have flashbacks, but the main current day story of Mahoyoru basically takes from December to New Year's, right? Like, it's like a 1-month story, basically, if you don't count the flashbacks. I think that's what it is, basically. It's a December story. Christmas! Also, I see the push-up. You don't eat burgers? What? That's crazy. Is there a reason for that? Like a vegetarian, maybe? Exactly 1 month had passed since they came to Misaki City. Until now, Toko had been attacking the city from a nearby neighborhood, Deciding it was time to get serious, she had moved her base of operations to this old school building. The first day is still in November, you think, when Soldier arrives? Okay, so it's only mostly December. Okay. And like veggies, like pickles and stuff in burgers, and burgers are hard to eat. I mean, you can always I usually ask for no pickles on my burgers as well. You can just, they can modify it to you. They legally have to, I believe, because you could potentially be allergic. So if you request like no pickles, they have to do it basically. It's not just for taste necessarily. They have an obligation to do it. I just want to have pickles removed because I don't like the taste. I don't have any allergies. But yeah, I can eat a pickle. Like if I forget to remove pickles from a burger and I bite down and there's a pickle and I'm chewing on it, I'm still gonna eat it, of course. Like at that point, I might as well. But if it's like right there in the burger, it's like really dripping out of it, I might just grab it and just throw it to the side, you know. But if I'm already eating it, I'm not gonna spit it out or anything like that. I can eat pickle. I just don't really like it, you know. Like it's not that bad. There's way worse foods out there than pickles. But no, obviously no offense to anyone that likes pickles. They are in hamburgers usually for a reason. It's because a lot of people like them. So, yeah, fair enough. It's just that I'm not a huge fan of them. To me, best things in a burger, some fresh, moist salad, great mayo, your patty, bacon, and a nice slice of cheddar. Those make for an amazing burger. Honestly, even this, I'm not sure how popular this guy is in overseas, but a fried egg can be really good between a burger as well. But usually it makes it way too tall because it's kind of thick. But yeah, that can be really good too. It's my favorite sauce for a burger. I like all kinds of mayos. I like the standard cucumber base. I like paprika. I like chili. Those are probably like top 3, but sriracha can be good as well. Even some barbecue sauces can be okay. I've had a lot of different ones that have been good. Yeah. Other people eat burgers like way too huge even. Well, that's the problem. You have to be able to make it so it's not too huge. But then there's restaurant burgers that are kind of meant to be eaten with a knife and a fork. Like they literally bring it to you on the table where there's a huge knife just skewered on the top. Like that's another way to eat burgers as well. It's a bit of a more fancy burger. But yeah, you can do that as well, I guess. Usually those tend to be way bigger too. So that's why they do that. Egg and burger sounds like a breakfast. Well, breakfast meals are... I don't eat breakfast, but I like breakfast food. We were just... they were talking about burgers in the visual novel, Scott, so we just started talking about it. Also, hello, Ryan. I had breakfast food for dinner. More like for lunch, but yeah. Anyway.
何？ホテルの方が良かったの？そりゃ楽だもの。グレードが良ければホテル暮らしは快適です。
Hotels.
でもトウコさん、こういう廃墟好きだよね。
I want to say the last hotel I was at was the Capsule Hotel in Japan when we visited Tokyo for a weekend. I don't think I've been in a hotel ever since, and it's been like 5 years now.
え？そうかな。そうだよ。今回みたいな。
Did we not beat this yet? This keep going. Oh, this is a flashback. This is bonus material, and this takes place like... This is basically when Toko and Bayo got to the abandoned school building. This is them setting up base. We're just seeing basically how it happened. So yeah, this is a flashback.
趣味に走るとき、周りに人がいるの嫌がるじゃない。
So they're kind of getting used to the place now.
興味を持たれるのは面倒っていうか。
Toko couldn't deny that observation. She had been under contract with him for 2 years, but it had only been about a year since he became her full-time bodyguard. He seemed to be able to see right through to the root of all the problems that plagued her.
人混みは嫌いじゃないんだけどね。ハイビルでもハイ工場でも、いっそあの遊園地でもよかったのよ。でも、
I mean, that sounds like it's worth it though, Fallen. Sometimes you gotta treat yourself with amazing ingredients.
ここに工房を構えるしかなかったの。
People usually order burgers from Donald's, but you also nuggets and fries. For a long while, many months ago, my treat of the week used to be I just bought a 20 nugget box from McDonald's. But then one day I felt so fucking shit. Like an hour or two later after consuming that box. So I kind of have a PTSD of nuggets now. But it was so good. Like, it was so fucking good though when you're eating that shit. Like, I had 3 fucking garlic dips and 20 nugs. I just went ham on that shit, but man, I felt like shit afterwards. It wasn't a problem before that. Like, I had done that some weeks before as well. Like, there I was okay, but that one day, I don't know, I just felt like so shit afterwards. So now I kind of haven't ordered nuggets much since, because I got so much PTSD from that.
色合いの問題です。アジア系は無理にしても、せめてブルネットに化けてくれれば、いくらでもごまかせ
You
る。
think Matahari and Banitoria could be? Your pattern is booba? There's no way. I don't see that happening. That's not a... That would not be it. They would not combo servants based on breast size. That's nothing. Eventually, Moon Gnome, yeah, but I'm very familiar with the visual novels and their routes, so not anytime soon. The next VN of Nasu stuff that I'm gonna read is probably gonna be Tsukihime Remake on stream instead, because that one I haven't read. That one I'm more interested in. Unfortunately, that wouldn't be happening. Simply being in human form at all was stressful for him. When he had to be human, his only condition was that he could look however he wanted. He was currently only in this form because they had to move from the town to the old school building. Once he found a classroom to sleep in, he'd be back to a wolf.
なんだって人型でいるのを嫌がるのかしらね。別に難しいわけじゃないんでしょ、それ。もともとアストラル体みたいなものなんだから、あなた。
Regent and Kenshin? Nah. Definitely not. Be an extremely versatile life form which required no body to remain stable. In the physical world, his body could change according to the situation. Magecraft would have defined him as a higher dimensional life form with a materialized soul. Materialized soul, you say? Heaven's feel.
そりゃあ何の力もリスクもないけど、面倒なものは面倒だよ。人間だって無駄なことはしたくないでしょ。僕、人型になることに有利性を全く感じないし。
Apparently he saw no value at all in his human form. That was exactly why Tolko insisted he make his appearance blend in more. But the boy argued that if he had to be in an unnatural state, he'd at least make himself comfortable. Would I mold if it's a John buff? Not really. Because I don't really, I mean, I love Himiko, but I think she's already good. So if she doesn't get a buff, I don't really care. So I don't think there was any other ruler that I really would love to see buffed. I mean, I like young Moriarty. He was one of my predictions as well, but now I swapped to Jean because of the French theory. So I don't know. But I mean, sure, buff Jean more. I'm all about it, you know? Why not? She still has that shitty stun that's, you know, really bad. So they could always improve that. Yeah, there's 2 5-star foreigner buffs, one on a later date still. Dude, I still think, even before we saw today's results, I was thinking neither of them is gonna be Koyan Dark. Dude, Plushie is gonna be so depressed, but it's just there's more foreigners that need buffs than Koyan Dark is the thing. He won't care about that because he obviously will be very biased, but it's just the truth of the matter. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be Koyan, especially now after today. I already thought about that even before Abby was revealed. I think it's gonna be either Hokusai or maybe Jacques, hopefully. That's a biased pick though, but I think the one that probably needs the buff the most is OG Hokusai. Alright, to him this was the only way to be a human and he wasn't going to accept it any other way. And so this was why he had taken on the appearance of a foreign aristocrat in a provincial Japanese city. Bet as Dory will deal with him if it's Koyan. That's funny. We could, if I remember. Even his posh coat had been handpicked by Tolko to satisfy one of his many demands. I feel like the odds are way in my favor though, because I have way better odds of it not being Koyan. So I'm not sure if he would take that bet. Although he would obviously be very, very biased and hopeful, so I don't know, maybe he would.
じゃあ、お留守番お願いね、レオくん。来ないとは思うけど、もし人が来たら捕まえておいて。 その際、足の一本ぐらいなら傷つけても OK だから。
You can rough up old people if they come up with no more than one leg? Jesus. I mean, that already sounds brutal enough. And with that statement, Toko headed off into the city.
はーい、任されました。
I wonder if he actually fucked anyone up that came here during this time.
大丈夫。人間とかそもそも口に合わないし。
Wow, how nice.
こっち
I
のことは
forgot
気に
Toko's
せず
VA's name.
あのピリピリするお土産よろしくね。
Bayo plopped down onto a desk after he saw his employer off. He morphed back into his wolf form.
退屈。世界中を回ってこんな田舎町が
He has a really punchable face. Yeah, it doesn't help that he's kind of been an asshole as well in the story, so yeah. True, yeah, Kidomi was very close to losing a leg. It had been 2 years since Bayo met Toko. After some deliberation with the werewolves, the mage was left in charge of Bayo's education. Of course, his village had no real control over him. He didn't have to go with her. He decided to go simply because she seemed interesting. Toko stood before him in the cave where he slept and asked,
生きている意味が知りたい？なんだ、そんなことで取引が成立するとはね。
She smiled and cut off her long locks of hair to seal their pact. Ah, that's how she got the short hair. Right. Makes sense. Yeah, this OST is nice. It's one of the better ones of the game.
同じように生きている意味を知りたければ、まずは死ねないこだわりを見つけないと。
Yo, Leon, how you do it?
そうだな。例えばの話。そいつを殺すまでは、とてもじゃないが死ねないほどの憎しみとか。
That hair was 20 years' worth of her life. In a way, her hair was a part of herself, but she parted with it easily. I mean, it seems like a good deal if you get one of the strongest current living mythical creatures under your control, right? I think anyone would do it. She was sure that Bayo was worth the 20 years it had taken her to grow that hair. Yeah, exactly. Right before I said that, yeah. Seems like a good trade deal. Bayo too sensed that Toko was a creature of rare value. Oh, I can talk. He was happy to have been selected by someone of her unusual talents, and though she preached learning restraint, he observed that she was a truly free woman. And then, Bayo accepted the terms of her contract and left his village. He took his first steps into the outside world. The first year was spent at Toko's workshop in England, learning basic knowledge. Namely, it was at a college of the Mages Association called the Clock Tower. Oh, the lore! At the time, Toko had her own dedicated familiar. Formally speaking, this familiar was Bayo's senior, but in that year's time, Bayo proved himself superior and earned the right to travel the world with Toko. They rode on a train that collected mystic eyes known as the Rail Zeppelin. Yo, I didn't know they were going to talk about that. That's cool. Yo, fucking case files, dude. Damn, that's actually kind of cool. She had been on their Rail Zeppelin as well. Wow, interesting. That's actually cool. So I guess that confirmed. I mean, I guess it could be a different timeline that also has a Rail Zeppelin, but I'm guessing this means that it's on the Stay Night timeline then, because Case Files is. Wow. Cool. Good morning, Sharky. Is this before or after? This has to be. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is definitely before. It has to be before. Yeah, it has to be before. Because that's adult waiver stuff. Yeah, this has to be way before. They saw the Merkrake, an ancient giant octopus living in the North Sea. Do you think it's possible that some Magus would NTR other family because of his supposed superior genetic? Honestly, yeah, sure. I guess that could happen. I think they like to keep the bloodlines pure, though. Kinda. I think it probably gives better compatibility to crests and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, it's not a far-fetched theory, I guess. But interesting questions you have today, I guess. Yeah. They explored the Bermuda Triangle, a place of no return connected to other realms. They met the remains of a mage of the Elder Title, a league of ancients, deep in Western Europe. All of their exploits were odd and exciting enough to hold his interest, and throughout the ball, Bayo felt that he'd been right to join Toko. This was certainly less boring than sleeping in his cave. But sweet honey makes one crave even sweeter poison. Wait, was that the chapter name drop? Sweet honey? It was something honey, I think. Having developed a taste for adventure, he now demanded even greater thrills. It was only natural that such an innocent creature would start to look forward to its next prey. The pinnacle of that desire rested on Toko's final goal. For all her liberty and aplomb, there was one prey she would not stop chasing until she caught it once and for all. With every new adventure, Bayo would ask,
ねえ、これがトウコさんの殺したい相手?
pretty casual. However, the mage would always smile wryly and shake her head in response. Even this puppet master of extraordinary talent claimed that it was no easy task. Her target was in a realm far beyond anyone they dealt with so far, beyond human knowledge, perhaps even Bayo. Oh. But who could this mysterious person be, and how could they be so powerful? Bayo couldn't help but be curious. Discovering that he was hired for magical reasons, he mustered a rare bit of fighting spirit, thinking he'd found a worthy foe, but...
冷静になって考えてみると、本物が偽物を相手にするとか大人げないかも。魔法なんて言っても、結局は人間の手によるものなんだし。
Clearly, it was still only interested in itself. It knew nothing of life or freedom. Its only pleasure was found in food. He didn't necessarily feel dissatisfied, but it was becoming harder to stave off his boredom. Also, since accompanying Toko on her adventures, his feelings toward her had become a bit confused. You should have a succulent Chinese meal to pay respect to a fallen legend. Oh, wait, that dude died? Oh shit, dude. Really? That kinda sucks. How old was he anyway? I don't know. He probably wasn't that old, but I don't know. When was that video even filmed? Who died? Oh, he was 80 too. Okay, he was way older than I thought. I thought he'd be like in his 60s or something. It's the guy from the from the viral video. It's the guy that said, "Can a man not enjoy his meal?" Or I was having a meal, a succulent Chinese meal. It's the Australian bloke that's being arrested from a restaurant while he's having a meal, and then he delivers the best fucking lines ever. It's so funny. The video is great. But apparently they got the wrong guy anyway, which made it even funnier. Like, he was actually innocent, I think. They just arrested him anyway. I forgot what the full story of the video was, but yeah. It's really funny. The way he talks is like absolute legendary status. I can't even do any justice to his deliveries. It's so good. The best line is, "Get your hand off my penis!" And yes, he says that. Oh my god.
何でもできるのは僕と同じなのに、何にでも一生懸命になれるのってちょっと変。
Ay, ay, ay. He slumped his shoulders exaggeratedly and closed his eyes. That's a freaking hard word to pronounce. The golden wolf drifted off to sleep, not realizing that his feelings were in fact those of jealousy. New tunes.
4年ぶりに帰ってきてみれば
I guess we see a lot of Toko POV now, from around the same time when the story took place. I wonder if they're gonna combine this with the movie, or just make a OVA after the movies, and you know, that covers all this stuff. If your understanding of some Magus is correct, wouldn't it be possible that some Magus would have homunculus to model after his or her daughter? I mean, we're talking about Magus. I mean, it's definitely possible, if that's what you're asking.
駅前なんてもう別物だし大手術にも程がああやっぱり角のタバコ屋さんなくなって
Damn, no more Toko's favorite cigarettes.
ああ自動販売機でタバコを買うのにもそろそろ慣れなくちゃいけない
Feels bad. She walked through her hometown for the first time in 4 years, grumbling to herself. She was on an aimless and careless stroll. Hey Mana, how you doing? No familiar escorted her, and she'd even left her self-defense bag back at the hideout. Today she was in full tourist mode, not nervous about a thing.
ここなんてあぜ道同然だったのに
Oh, I'm guessing. Oh, dude, I think at some point we're gonna see the scene where, you know, it was in the pachinko parlor, I think. So I don't think I assume she's gonna wander there, become like a regular there now, and then later we'll see the part where she accidentally gets spotted by Sojuro. I assume that's gonna happen. Interesting.
因果なものね帰ってきたっていうのにあっちに
Tony
戻って
Buttons, why not just use a zipper? I mean, fashion, I guess. This was Toko's second time going back home. After leaving the Aozaki home 4 years ago, she'd secretly returned to Misaki. The first time was longer ago. When she was 14 years old, she studied abroad at an academy in England. She'd spent 2 years there before returning to Japan. Wait, what is that clip? It's a clip of me? Is it from this stream? You should have cut the first part as well, actually. You should have just done the line. But okay, fair. That's funny. At least that now it's clear that it's out of context, though. She'd spent 2 years there before returning to Japan. Then she'd enrolled in a local high school named the Reien Girls' Academy and headed back to England 3 years later after graduating. That was 4 years ago. Now she felt the same as she did then when she returned to that English country town where she'd lived for 2 years.
寂しいちょっと違う呆れてるとも違うし怖がっているも近くて遠いような
She rounded her shoulders and fell deep into thought. She felt a tingle run up her spine in a way that couldn't really be described in words. Times were changing faster than ever. Everything was relatively inexpensive and could be replaced on a whim. After thinking to herself for a bit, she cracked her knuckles and set forth. There was no use overthinking any of this. This was just how things were now. That's all there was to it. It was only natural for the old to make way for the new.
つまり私の時代ってことだ
Wow. You can do this, Toko. This sudden spark of self-enlightenment gave her the encouragement she needed.
Last campaign overlap that made it easier for me to 120 Medea Myst Gaia.
Wow, that's kind of crazy. And she set off with high spirits toward the train station. Wow, honestly, I can respect that. Damn. Picking like a permanent 3-star just for the coins. Wow. Pretty cool, man, pretty cool. I mean, I guess you get that C as well, which is probably the actual reason you're doing it, but yeah, cool bonus coins. Striding down the boulevard, she exuded the confidence of a supermodel or dictator. Quite the contrast. Although she was not about to exclaim, "My conquest begins with Main Street. Time to tear it up." Her enthusiasm was, of course, still there. She, however, had something she had to accomplish first. before she could give thought to putting an end to the town's thoughtless attempts at modernization that would become outdated in just a few years. 2 times the XP was 2 times chance for great suck. Well, I guess, yeah, we probably have some kind of bonuses because of download campaign. Yeah. Oh, wow. Hey, Haas, thanks for sniping Mordred a Sabarito. Much appreciated. Hey, welcome back to the Go Gang as well, Mordred. Very nice. Okay, oh, she's in the pachinko parlor already. Okay.
こんな釘の絞りで客を煙に負けると思ったか?
Her first destination was not one Misaki's protective sigils, but rather her old favorite pachinko parlor. There it is. Although the area around the train station had undergone a dramatic makeover, the back streets were mostly unchanged. She had exchanged 5,000 yen for some little silver pachinko balls before going upstairs and sitting at the machine she determined was paying out the most that day.
そろそろ打ち止めかな?
I never actually went to any pachinko parlors when I was in Japan. I could have, obviously, because, you know, I'm an adult. But yeah, even my ruler city, I think there were actually, I saw at least 2 or 3 pachinko parlors with through my various bike rides through the city. I definitely saw some though. Never entered one of them, but I saw them. She sounded slightly disappointed, but her lips and posture betrayed her good humor. Pachinko parlors were a staple form of entertainment in Japan, but they were largely absent in other countries. Yeah, I wonder why. Okay. High-stakes gamers criticized it as inefficient, time-consuming, too luck-dependent, unrewarding, and so forth. Basically, a child's game. Well, it's quite the opposite in reality, but yeah, fair enough. Alice Toka, 4 years ago, she was gambling. She's like, I think in the actual current story, she's like in her late 20s or something. I forgot. She's kind of like me, for real. Not close to 30, by the way. When she was studying abroad, she didn't see anything that even resembled a pachinko parlor. However, she wasn't here playing pachinko because she was feeling nostalgic for it after 5 years. Early 20s. So wait, was she illegally gambling then? Because it was said this was her favorite from like 4 years ago. Wow. She simply needed a war chest.
エリのチャーター代だけで足が出るとは。日本は平和すぎて裏稼業の相場が高すぎるんだ。クソ。おかげで無一文だ。とりあえずレオの食いぶちだけでも稼がにゃなら。
She had chartered a helicopter to airlift 3 shipping containers full of materials to remodel the old school building into a workshop. Damn, she has a lot of authority, huh? If she can do that shit. There weren't any roads a truck could take to get to the old school out deep in the mountains, so she had been forced to burn through the last of her savings. Whoa, is that a new expression? Look at that grin, though. Wow. I like it. Grin is good.
まったく。こういうどうでもいいゲームだけは星の巡りがいい。
She's too much of a god gamer. She only does it for money, not enjoyment anymore. She's 21 in Mahoyo, so she was definitely illegally gambling then. Wow. Her smile remained in spite of her complaints. There was nothing more Toko-esque than her sitting cross-legged in this parlor, one hand on the machine with the other holding a cheap cigarette. Wow. Oh, it happened already. There it is. I knew it was gonna happen. Whoa. She noticed something out of the corner of her eye and put on her glasses to see better. Oh, dude. She glanced over toward the odd sound she heard and saw a pale-faced parlor employee. He had a baby face and looked like he was still in high school. And there he goes. Upon seeing her, he froze for a moment, then ran off. He got the bad vibes. Or rather, he fled in a panic.
私
Damn, she got offended by it. Oh man. Well, he was probably, smart, because she probably could mess him up. Mage though she was, Toko was still in the prime of her youth. Though she didn't like it when guys ogled her or tried to strike up a conversation, she thought a boy running full tilt away from her was a bit much. She made a mental note to scrape the crap out of that kid the next time she saw him and returned to the game. She has a little bit of Sawashiro Miyuki voice, but it's not her. Definitely not. I guess, yeah, it'll have to wait a while, but yeah, she did eventually go back to the manor and then meet him for real. Although she didn't really, do what this implied, right? She was actually being quite nice to him when they met next time. From what I remember, at least. With her wedding tickets in hand, she left the parlor. She had won quite a bit, but it was hard for her to feel good about it after what had happened at the end of her sesh. Wondering what that had been about, she looped around the back of the parlor to redeem her winnings for cash. She cut him in half. No, but it said the next time she saw him, and the next time she met him was when she visited the manor. So, yeah, I mean, obviously that did happen, but I'm saying, it wasn't like she said it was gonna be. The next time they were just having a friendly conversation where she was even offering him to be her ally. So yeah, I guess she changed her mind.
おや、トウコさんじゃないですか。
Wait, who's this? She stopped in her tracks, frozen by a familiar voice she hadn't heard in 4 years. Bayo's ears perked up as he woke from his slumber. It was just before sunset. He opened his eyes with a big yawn, sniffing at a familiar scent in the air getting closer. He jumped down to the floor and transformed back into his human form. Though he and Toko didn't have a strict master-servant relationship, he felt he should at least go and greet her since he was supposed to be watching over the place in her absence. Yeah, this is extra stuff. His face scrunched into a perplexed frown as they met in the hallway. He sensed something more to the smell he'd been used to.
ただいまベオくん。はい、真面目にお留守番していたお土産。
She handed the paper bag she was holding to him. Beo was happy to get his hands on the bag, stuffed full of hamburgers, but he tilted his head at the odd lingering scent.
どうしたの？浮かない顔して。留守中何かあった？
いや、思わず寝ちゃうぐらい何もなかったけど。
He smells the dude. They were fucking.
なんか元気ないし、妙に疲れてるし。何より、ちゃんと僕の好きなお店のハンバーガー買ってきてるし。
No, we were just talking about it earlier, Morbid. I might do a bit of multis at the end of the stream for the final copy because she's MP4. Probably not gonna swipe though because we have Gura Gura incoming, but yeah. I might try a little bit with the stuff I have. This was all extremely sus. One pain point for Beo was Toko's usual complete lack of interest in food. She thought that a hamburger was the same no matter where you ate one, so she often just stopped at whatever was closest. Thus, she would only stop at a certain Asian burger chain, still rare in Japan, maybe 1% of the time, not to mention.
いいじゃない。ちゃんと好きなお店のバーガーを買ってきたんだから。
Damn, she's trying to brush it off.
これは私なりのベオくんへの感謝の気持ち。今までいろいろ連れ回したけど、これからもよろしくね。
She had a sickly sweet smile on her face. If any of the puppets had let loose in Bizaki, she had let loose in there, heard what she was saying right now, they'd probably fall into a logic error loop and self-destruct. She was not one to ever consider the rights of her familiars.
うさんくさい、芝居くさい、真っ向くさい。
Booba.
優しいトウコさんなんてトウコさんじゃない。いっつも周りを恨んでいて文句ばっかり言って幸せそうな人たちをめちゃくちゃにしたいんだけど大義名分がないから我慢してる。
Wow, he's really going off.
理性のおかげでかろうじて性格破綻者を免れてる瞳子さんはどこ行ったのさ。
Wow.
失礼しちゃうな。私だってたまには優しくなる時ぐらいあるんだから。
Again, offended.
ほら、4年ぶりに故郷に帰ってきたのよ。レオくんだって里に帰ったらちょっとぐらいホッとするでしょ。それと同じ。私だってホームシックになる程度の可愛らしさはあるんです。
Wow.
すっごい嘘。月が涙を流すぐらい嘘。
本当です。もうレオくんそれ返して。罰として夕食抜き。
Damn. The fight is real. She made a grab for the bag, but Beo dodged and jumped out the window. He dexterously kicked off against the wall and scampered up onto the roof of the old school building.
なんだい、ほんとつまんない。言い訳する瞳子さんとか僕見たくない。
He pulled out a Borgar from the bag and took a big bite out of it. That said, though her attitude had seemed like an act to him, it was true that she was in an unusually good mood. It was unclear why that was the case, but she seemed to be feeling something special, or at least something she hadn't ever shown Beo before.
なんだろう、あの匂い。妙にふわふわしてて、うっとうしくて。
He couldn't understand what exactly that feeling was. He only knew basic feelings such as like and dislike because he watches YouTube videos all day. Delicious or disgusting, he wasn't able to articulate much further than that yet.
まあいいけど、僕には関係ないし。瞳子さんも明日になればいつもの瞳子さんだろうし。
Does he want to see her be not as happy? That's kind of weird. He continued to eat through the Borgars, still not completely satisfied with the day's course of events. The truth was, even if he didn't care enough to understand it, he was still a little upset that there was something he didn't know. He watches my gacha videos? Yeah, clearly. A few days passed. Unbeknownst to the people of Bisaki, progress was being made on the remodeling of the old school building. Meanwhile, Beo was bored out of his mind knowing he had to be stuck here for at least another month. He could feel both his body and his mind dulling as he spent his days simply lounging around, eating meat, more like beating meat. Let's be real, he probably did that too. Assuming it works on his human form. Why not? On the other hand,
買い出しに出てくるから、あとはよろしくね。
I mean, he spent so much time alone, can you really blame him?
元気してた？はい、お土産のローストビーフ。行ってきます。屋上の機材片付けておいてね。ただいま。今日もお留守番ご苦労様。
Wow, she's being really nice. Sus indeed.
よし、行ってくるでござる。お疲れ。お酒臭い。
Wow, drunk Toko though.
酔ってなんかないです。もう全然酔ってなんかないもん。
This is what she had become. The mage was constantly out and always in a good mood, in stark contrast to Beo, who spent his days doing nothing. Evidently, she was happy with how her workshop was becoming more and more fortified by the day.
違う。もう絶対違う。そんなんで瞳子さんの機嫌は良くなんないし、ここに関しちゃぐちぐち不満ばっかりこぼしてるし、何よりござるとかバカっぽいこと言わないし。
This silly samurai she's been talking? Or samurai way, oh. I misread that at first.
ん？どうしたのベオくん？すっごく不細工な顔してるけど。
そういう問題じゃありません。まあそりゃ早く本命とエラと戦ってみたいけど、もうちょっと先なんでしょ。なら我慢する。瞳子さんの言葉は今のところ外れないからおとなしく従います。けど
けど？
なんか変。 いつも下準備の時はこれぐらい暇だけど緊張感がない。毎日食べて寝て食べて寝てじゃ太る。ブクブクに太るよ。そんなのかっこよくないよ。
何言ってるんだか。ベオ君にそんな心配は無用でしょ。排泄もしないくせにまともな生き物ぶってるんじゃありません。
だから主にトウコさんがブクブクに。
Wow. Ouch.
ベオ君、それ本当？数値は変わってないはずだけど、なんかこうアストラル的に増えちゃったりしてる？
This is what he was talking about. She knew the accuracy of his eye and trusted his discerning vision over even the numbers on her scale. Normally, Toko would just remove her glasses and say something like,
唐突だが、特攻兵器の有用性を確認したくなった。ああ、いや、意見は聞いていない。
Life is not hard.
この首
You
を
are
つけて
hard.
みろ。
Specifically, you're
思い
ding
っきり
dong by
範
Sun
囲に
Tzu,
飛べるぞ。
Art of War.
Yeah, that's clearly from that, scripture, of course. It's the most famous line. But she hadn't done anything of the sort. It was beyond weird for her.
別に増えてないよ。昨日とちょっとの上下差はあるけど、そんなの人間なら当たり前だし、いちいち本気にするとか見苦しいからやめてほしい。
本当？こう後でボテッとくるような気配とかない？
ないってば。昨日取った栄養分はきれいに分配されてるし、いつも通りのトウコさんだよ。
That last part was a lie. She was not the same Toko that Beo had always known. Even though she was physically the same, there was something still odd about her since a few days ago. That strange, floaty, lingering scent was still there. It was a change that only a wild beast like him could discern, but he was getting stronger with each passing day. He was annoyed because he could just not figure out what the scent was.
それなら安心安心と。私は出かけてくるから、お留守番よろしくね。
She failed to notice his poor mood and left the old school building in her usual carefree mood. Hey Cheek, how you doing? This was how it'd been for days now. He stared at his own reflection in the window and contemplated for a while. Unfortunately, this wouldn't solve anything. It wouldn't change the fact that his employer was still acting strangely, and it wouldn't get rid of the uncertainty he was constantly feeling in his chest. He knew he didn't have much other
よ
choice.
し、トウコさんを尾行しよう。
Oh, okay. He decided to let go of his principles for just this one day. They say winter's going to be colder than usual this year. Make sure you've got sufficient food, clothing, and shelter. We should be fine on clothing, but make sure to shore up on the other two. He listened to the talk around the town as he passed through the city. It was just past 1 in the afternoon on a weekday. Workers had returned to the office after their lunch breaks, and the kids were all still in school. The main street was fairly calm and relaxed, with mostly housewives out and about. Yet one person stood out in this calm and gentle sea of people. Toko endured the stares of the housewives out shopping, salespeople in their shops, and salarymen out on business as she walked through the main street. It wasn't just her sense of style that stood out, but also her generally powerful presence that attracted eyes. To put it simply, she walked with the confidence of a model on the runway.
人には目立つなっていうくせに本人は腫れたもんな。潜伏期間中、相手に見つかるのは僕だけのせいじゃないと思う。
To put it simply, she's hot shit. Beo kept about 10 yards behind her, careful not to actually mutter the words he was thinking in his head. In Toko's defense, she was fully aware of how much she stood out in a crowd. If she was out at a busier time of day, she always wore an accessory inscribed with a rune that diverted people's attention away from her and made her stand out approximately 40% less. Wow, maths. She finished up her shopping and headed toward the residential part of town. She walked up to a house that looked completely normal, rang the doorbell, and after stating her name, the door opened quietly. It looked as though the things she had bought were for the resident of this house. The nameplate outside read, Asagi. Misaki was in the mountains, but just for a moment, Beo got a whiff of sea brine. Assuming he must have just mistaken it for some other spell, he put it out of his mind. Toko came out of the house after about 30 minutes. She stretched her arms above her head and took a deep breath. Whatever had gone on inside seemed to have been rather serious. Hello, Gand. It was as if a weight had been lifted from her shoulders.
これで根回しは終了っと。あとは、最後の念押しね。めんどくさい。
She murmured, exasperated, but lurking behind her words, Beo could still detect that lofty scent emanating from her mouth. Enjoy, Gabun. Her next stop was another plain-looking apartment. It looked as though she had just happened to walk by, but Beo's nose was not so easily deceived. She made it look like she was just aimlessly killing time, but she had in fact arranged to arrive at the apartment at exactly 2:30 p.m. In the parking lot of the apartment... Yo, it's her. Ritsuka Suse stepped out of a room on the first floor.
お久しぶり。こんなところでばったり出会うなんて奇遇ね、リツカ。嘘、トコちゃん？あなた帰ってきてたの？
Dude, I love me some Ito Shizuka. Oh my god, best voice.
ちょっと前にね、こっそり。
Yeah, I like her. I mean, the voice actor helps a lot, but yeah, still.
サンタクロースさながらに。言うまでもなく、目的はこの町をぶっ潰すこと。私の過去ともどもきれいさっぱり清算するため、この度。
Oh, she's acting so friendly and nice to everyone besides like Aoko and Alice. She's so nice in these scenes.
なので、邪魔になる教会の人間とか教会の人間とか気づかれる前にやっちゃうぞ。あらあら、それはご丁寧にどうも。トコちゃん、それ私のこと。教会の人間って今私しかいないんですけど。
Wow.
あら不思議。むしろラッキー。懐かしくて散歩していたらまさか標的の一人に出会うなんて。一つ手間が省けた感じ？
Scary.
関係ないの。私教会と関係ないから。だってここ1年真面目に仕事してないし。というか仮にも兄弟子を捕まえて本気で殺すとか言わないでほしいです。
The woman was tearfully flailing her arms at this point. She had nothing to worry about though. Beo could see even from where he was peering through the fence that Toko had no real intent to kill anyone. She had a terrible habit of messing with people for her own entertainment. This time was no different. Unfortunately, the pleasure she took in it only made the target of her jokes feel doubly worse.
それを言うなら姉弟子でしょ。
だってトコちゃん妹って感じしないんだもん。間違っても姉弟子なんて胸を張って言えません。
そうよね。技量的にもとても先輩なんて言えるものじゃなかったし、リツカの特技なんて今じゃ深夜販売の商品以下だし、そろそろ食害考えたら。
Nearly bankrupt circus in Italy. Oddly specific.
そんな日給バイトはコリゴリです。せめて週休のところを紹介して。
Wow, she's got standards. No thanks. Yeah, was that it was kind of a subtle way to call someone a clown, yeah. That's funny.
なぜ？トコちゃんの指摘は正しいわ。だって私何にもできない役立たずですから。魔術協会一のお荷物、ここに参上。
Maybe she was taken aback by Ritsuka's guileless smile, but Toko couldn't help but grin back at her. If one didn't know better, they would seem like good friends.
私への疑いは解けたと見たわ。それなら寄ってく？これから用事があったんだけど、別に
Oh, what angle are you talking about, Scott?
久しぶりだもの。お互い積もる話とか楽しそうじゃない？
ほんと相変わらずゆるゆるね、リツカは。確かに気が変わったわ。その様子じゃ教会との関係なんてないようなものだし。あなたはあなたの心情を守っている。
Daryl gets it? Okay. That's a bit sus, but okay.
そう。本気で青子の味方なんだ。
もちろん。アコちゃんはまだ半人前ですもの。つかず離れず、あくまで他人行儀に。アコちゃんが死ぬような目にあっても遠くから見守るわ。
それは結構。青子もほんといい性格をした理解者に恵まれたもんだ。
Toko took a step back away from Ritsuka. She looked a bit regretful as she signaled that the conversation was over.
あれ？寄っていかないの？私、コーヒー入れるの上手くなったよ。
ありがとう。けど遠慮しとく。こっちはまだ潜伏中だし、町攻略の準備もあるしね。ここで
Pretty casual about the topic.
うまくないでしょ。
あらまあ、真面目さん。でもそうよね。トコちゃんはそういう人でした。根を詰めすぎて目的より手段そのものに熱中しちゃうタイプ。ほんと、どんな準備かはわからないけど、トコちゃんに狙われる人たちは大変だ。
Indeed.
別に普通でしょ。基本魔術戦やってこっちが勝ったら刻印をもらうだけ。時代遅れの魔女じゃあるまいし、倒した相手に呪いとかかけないわよ、私。
だからそこです。相手の命より収集を優先してるじゃない。その人たち目玉だけになっても生きているなんてことにならなければいいけど、あなたは気を使っているつもりだろうけど、相手にとっては拷問だからね、それ。
Toko nodded to show her agreement. Her collection of crests would appear that way on the outside. She sought profit in combat. If a mage she defeated could provide her with profitable materials, she would not take their life. Wow. She would even save their life if she knew it would be to her advantage to do so. As a result, her workshop in London had a facility specifically built for the comfort of her magical suppliers. Oh yeah, this is about the people that she stole the crests from, that we learned at on the climax, basically. Yeah. Wow. I mean, they do put comfort here in quotation marks, right? But if she was to believe, apparently a lot of them were still happy with their situation. Like they might actually be living in comfort, right? Unless she was lying, then maybe not. But supposedly a lot of them were happy with how things were, or something like that. Like she was taking care of them. I'm not sure if it's true though. But yeah. It housed mages who had either lost to her in battle or who had willingly agreed to contribute to her cause. Yeah. She had held many magecraft patents which earned her up to £10,000 a month in royalties. However, the majority of this money went to the upkeep of that facility. The demands from the residents of the place for additional facilities and special privileges increased with every passing day. It was reaching a point where she needed to decide whether to incorporate or just let everyone go and be done with it. Also, I find it funny that they have patents for magecraft stuffs. I mean, when you think about it, I guess it makes sense because, you know, it's a whole world of crafts and whatnot. So I guess, yeah. But it just sounds funny that they have mage craft patents. The great inventor Tolko is like, oh, I made that, now pay me a lot of money per month.
拷問なんて手間暇かかりすぎるし、娯楽を与える方が管理コストは低いんだってば。今はいい脚本揃ってるしね。適当な映画のプロットを拝借してそれを再現するだけで喜んでもらえるし、仮想であれ現実であれ自分が主役になれる物語なんて最高じゃない？
つかぬことをお伺いいたしますけど、上演ジャンルはどのようなバラ
That
ンス？
seems like an odd prank, Moon.
恋愛3、活劇3、サスペンス3、アニメ1？
Anime 10%.
は？そりゃ基本ホラーでしょ。エンタメのすべて
I'm not surprised by this answer, honestly.
私、トコちゃんのそういうところ素で怖いわ。というか、女の子なんだからもっとロマンを求めてほしいの。
今回
Are they brainwashed? I don't think so. I mean, for a lot of them, the option was, oh, Toko just won against you in battle. Would you like to die now, or at least try to live in some kind of seclusion while without a crest and maybe be still happy? I mean, I'm basically sure 99% of people would choose the latter, right? Even if it's not like the most luxurious life ever, probably better than being dead, right? So, yeah.
囚人を放り込む箱庭のバランスに気を使ってみればいいの？ホラー8ぐらい？
恋愛9でお願いします。それがダメなら推理9でぜひ。
This was clearly a response from someone who knew she'd lose if she had to go up against Toko.
了解。そういう
I like that she's leaning a little bit. It's funny.
はーい。そういう事態ってどんな事態？
誰かの味方をするのはいいけど、私の敵に回った時かな。あと、今日のことを口外した瞬間。
Wow, well, that's not threatening at all.
から気をつけて。
And she totally didn't do that later with someone else.
あれ、そもそもなんていうか、トコちゃん、私一歩も動けないんだけど。
Oh, was she like mystic-eyed or something?
ごめんなさい、リツカ。
Oh, it was a
実は1
rune.
週間かけてあなたの部屋に罠を仕掛けてたの。ノアの教会に影で作った使い魔を仕込ませたみたいな。しばらく
The familiar is gonna live in her shadow.
私に不利な証言したら。
So now she can't talk about Toko. Wow. I mean, I don't think she ever did, so I guess that worked. Jesus.
私すでに大変だったのか。悪魔、人でなし、天才悪魔。トコちゃんはもう少し一般常識を学ぶべきです。もう道理で夜な夜な泥棒さんがピッキングしてると思った。
Ritsuka hadn't noticed the shadow familiar, but she had sensed Toko as she was setting her trap late at night. Toko didn't think Ritsuka could speak about common sense since she had ignored an apparent burglar trying to break into her home for a week.
その使い魔、年明けには解けるから安心なさい。
It's just gonna auto dissipate. Okay.
じゃあね、リツカ。縁があったらまた会いましょう。その時は自慢のコーヒーをご馳走してね。
From Borgar to Borglar.
ああ、あと深夜販売の商品だってバカにできたもんじゃないわ。
Wow, she took back the mean thing she said earlier. Wow, how nice of her. Toko winked at her old friend and left the apartment behind her. Hopefully we'll meet again. She realized those were empty words. Her plan would not spare her mortal body. Be it a success or be it a failure, Toko would be erased from this world. Still, that was no reason to not at least say something about meeting again. Perhaps she had more affection for Ritsuka than she realized. Oh, that's kinda odd. I ship it. Even so, she left that friend behind in a state of paralysis. Toko had indeed returned home. That fact alone revealed much to Ritsuka. 2 years older than Toko, Ritsuka had been contracted 10 years prior to monitor Toko's grandfather, the mage who discovered the fifth magic. That made her both Toko and Aoko's senior. And she knew the sisters rather well.
そりゃ口止めの一つもしないとね。トコちゃんを見て真っ先に警戒するのは私と。
One other person. Another with more seniority than the Aozaki sisters in the truest sense. There was one other beautiful person, one who had taught Toko. Oh.
ま、そっちはそっちで根回ししてるかな。トコちゃんならそのあたり完璧だろうけど。もうちょっと敵には非常になった方がいいわよね。トコちゃんは相手の人権を尊重しすぎっていうか、根本が甘いっていうか。殺すと決めた相手に顔を見せるとか、どうかと思うの、私。
She was a researcher more than she was a mage. Generally, she wasn't a fighter. She was cruel but not cold. Despite her capability for vicious, ruthless treatment of people, she also displayed a measure of compassion for others. Ritsuka sighed as if the problem were her own and hoped that inconsistency wouldn't end up hurting Toko. Okay, Toko left the neighborhood and began heading toward the largest park in the town. It was 3 in the afternoon on this early winter day on the boulevard. If it were autumn, the street would be lined with people out for a walk to look at the colorful trees, but now Toko was alone. Though to be accurate, she wasn't quite alone. Beo was walking along the grass more than 10 yards behind his employer when he noticed a change in her scent.
トウコさん、こんな街中でメガネ外してる
Toko's personality changed significantly depending on whether or not she was wearing her glasses. Yeah, we saw that when she met Sojiro in the manor as well. Bale wasn't sure which side was her true self, but he did know that she was much more serious and cruel without her glasses. It wasn't quite to the level of a split personality, more like a reordering of priorities. She mainly took off her glasses when she was about to fight someone. Doing so made her less human. It pushed all senses of compromise, concern, and sympathy out of her brain.
ってことは、さっきから近づいてくる
Who's my favorite Mahoyo character?
トウコさんの敵なんだけど。
That's a tough one. I like both Alice and Aoko a lot, and also Sojiro. And I like Toko a lot too. And Ritsuka is nice because, you know, Shizukaito. That's tough. He furrowed his brow as he hid behind a tree. He could certainly smell hostility and anticipation emanating from Toko. But at the same time, he couldn't help but scrunch his nose up at the strange scent that kept getting stronger.
こんにちは。
Ah, of course. That's what they were talking about, or that's who they were talking about. I guess he would be an even bigger senpai.
ああ、たまたま続いた偶然だ。世間話をする中でもなし。挨拶を
Yeah, she's all business now. Beo had no idea who was talking to her. His name was Fumizuka Eri. He was a priest of Aida Church and an enemy to Beo and Toko. However, it was impossible for Beo to sense this. He had no personal hostility toward the clergy anyway. As far as Beo could tell, he was just a regular person. There was no chance that Toko could be at a disadvantage here. He would later learn a harsh lesson from someone who seemed similarly harmless, but that was a tale for another time. A certain, you know, ordinary boy, by any chance?
そちらの状況はどうなんだ？神の家は働き者揃いだからな。利権を漁りに来る欲深は
That smug smile, though.
いやー、働き者というのは全力で肯定しますけど、欲が深いとかそんな人は少ないですよ、こちらは。彼らがやってくるときは大抵は競技のためですから、欲望より責務で動く人たちって怖くないですか？
無駄話はしないと言っただろう。結論を言え。お前の腰巾着は金を鳴らしそうか？
やれやれ、人のことは言えませんよ。瞳子さんだってワーカホリック寸前じゃ
Ring
ない
the
ですか。
bell.
もっとこう余裕のあるコミュニケーションを取りませんか？立場上いつ最後の仰せになるかわからないわけですし。
ふざけろ。いつも何もこれが最後だよ、エイリ。
She curtly rejected the smiling priest's request for a chat. She was being as blunt as she could.
だいたい次があるとしたら、その時は殺し合いだろう。お互い手の内は知っているしな。顔を合わせた瞬間、どちらかが死んでいる。
Tense, huh?
会話なんぞしている暇があるか。
それは瞳子さんだけの思い込みですけどね。どうしてこう邪魔者は始末するという方向でしか物事を考えられないんでしょうか、あなた。
Yeah, she needs a chill pill. Eri shrugged his shoulders in frustration. Toko kept her gaze fixed intently on his overcoat. No matter how many times he said he wanted to resolve this peacefully, she would bet her pride that he didn't mean it.
まったく、そういうところも成長して帰ってくるんですから、育つのは女性としての魅力だけに留めておいてほしいものです。
Ouch.
ああ、そう睨まない。本題に入りますから。目下、教会への報告は私が一任されています。司祭への報告は、現在、管理者は異端者と交戦中、中立の条約に基づき、司祭代理権限で監督中。なお、異端者の所属は不明。
Very professional
現在
sounding.
履歴を調査中といったところです。
You've seen some YouTube stuff people are already planning for MP8 servants? Wait, what do you mean?
この
Like
町に現
commenters or
れた魔
something?
術師は所属不明ということになっているんだな。
ええ。シスターユイカは私とは別所轄の方ですが、彼女は異端者の攻防はおろか。
Oh, you've seen people roll for space to reach MP8? Jesus.
彼女が単独で敵の正体を暴くまで、教会から横槍が入ることはないんじゃないですかね。今まで通り、土地を狙いに来た馬術師同士の小競り合いだと思っているんじゃないですか。
そうか。では取引成立だな。お前が私の帰国の剣を握りつぶしている間は、私も多少回り道をする。青ざ
よかった。瞳子さんは無差別な破壊工作はしませんが、とにかく最適な道筋を好みますから。勢い、どこぞの工場とかオフィスビルとか秘密基地にしそうでしょ。私がこちらに赴任している間、流血事件が続くと困るというか、私の評価が落ちるようなことは何とも。
Toko had to resist the urge to object and ask just what kind of person he thought she was. She did have wastefulness, but she wasn't about to entirely abandon society and its norms just for the sake of doing things optimally. Who am I gonna MP5 or MP8 first? Well, I should hopefully be good to go with Jinako. Actually, I should check how many coins I have. In fact, let me do that right now. I'm curious too. I should have already checked this like way long ago. After we got the announcement. Let me go check. Actually, I have to go into like the My Room menu, I think, because I can't cast right now. And I can't see her coins in the append menu either. Got my fold open. Let's see. Where's servant coins? Where is it? Where is that stuff? I have no idea. Servant coin inventory. I got it. rarity. Where is she? Oh shit. I don't have enough. Wait, how? I have 110 coins. With 115 I can get 4 pens for sure. I can't get 5 though. I can get 4. I can get 4 out of 5. Oh man. Well, unfortunate. Hopefully spooks then. Honestly now I guess I won't be as mad about Jinako spooks now then, because they might still be useful. Yeah. In 240, yeah, she's about to hit bond 14. So I'm 1 copy away, I think, because I can still get 60 coins from I can get 60 coins from bond levels. So that's going to be 170 coins, and 1 copy is 90 coins. So that's like what, 260. So yeah, if I get 1 more copy at some point, I can get append all 5 appends. Okay. Sure.
では、あとはことが済むまで生還を決め込んでおけ。
もうお帰りですか。名残惜しいですね。結局一度も今のあなたの素顔を見られなかった。
What about on our waiver? Let me do I still have it open? I don't even remember how many. I think I have their appends unlocked already. Wait a minute. Oh wait, this is because she's not 120, right? Wait, how many coins? It's 300 for 120, right? Just the levels, I'm pretty sure. 300, right? Yeah, okay. Let's see. Wait, is no way though. What the fuck, dude? That's so funny. With my current bond level, I have exactly enough for Anastasia.
Oh, like, my god, that blonde boy is, like, totally my type.
Oh my god.
I have enough of you. Spoiler warning, don't listen to this chat.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Jesus, dude. Okay. So yeah, I don't even... What is my Anastasia bond level? Because I'm looking at my coin inventory right now. I have 760 coins. Wait, that's not enough, is it? But with bond levels it will be. Wait, that's 300... It's 460 above. Okay, that's not enough, actually. How much coins do you need for appends now? You need 600, right? Yeah, you need 600 plus 300. Okay, but with bond levels, I actually will have enough. Because I'm pretty sure she's not super high on bond. Let me check. Wait, no, actually, I already unlocked her appends, didn't I? Never mind. Actually, I think I'm very good then. Wait a minute. I think I already unlocked her appends a long time ago, didn't I? Wait. I assume I did. Where is she? Oh yeah, she's maxed append as well. Wait, or is this skill menu? I'm stupid. No, that is appends. What? So wait, I already have 3 appends unlocked and max, and I still have 760 coins? Wait, what's her bond level? What the fuck? Was she high bond too, or do I just have that many copies? She's bond 7! So wait, I am good already. Even with bond 7, I could already get 120 and 5 appends. Because wait, right now I would need I need 540. And I have 760. I have over 200 extra coins as is with bond 7. Like, that's nothing. How many copies have I summoned? What the fuck? That must be way over 10 copies, right? What the fuck?
私は逆だ。
Okay.
そのカマキリ面もこれで見納めかと思うと。
Interesting. Is it actually 10 copies? Oh my god.
ああ、待ってください。お別れの前に一つ質問を。
Eri spoke just as Toko was about to take a step back. He had effortlessly stopped her from leaving.
所感なのですが、トウコさん、今 大変息苦しくはありませんか？
まさか。私はかつてないほど充実しているよ。なぜそんなことを聞く、エイリ？
いえ、
Hey Lagusa, good
楽
morning.
しそうではありますが、幸せそうではありませんので、あなた自身気づいてはいないようでしたから。
I just thought about one thing actually. While this new coin update or this append update, I think the appends themselves are fine, right? The coins are the problem, but that aside, I just realized something. Since they did do this now on Anniversary 9, doesn't that kind of mean the game is not even close to being end of service? Because they're obviously trying to like get people to invest even more into their accounts. That would be really fucking cruel if it was like anywhere near end of service. So if anything, I think it's like... Okay, I know everyone's gonna spam Clueless now, but I think the one good thing to come out of this is that we basically got like a soft confirmation that the game is not ending anytime soon. Probably not for at least another 5 years. I know everyone's gonna spam Clueless on that, but yeah. That's what I'm thinking at least, as like a side effect to all of that mess.
幸せの定義か。思い出したよ。お前の
They
口
milk
癖だ
people for the next game. Oh, dude, let's not think about
幸せ
that.
の形は人それぞれだと。全くその通りだ。私の良しとする幸福が
They did say the part 2 ends next year, yeah. But I'm still thinking there's gonna be more after that, for sure. I don't see the game end of servicing after part 2.
いや、そりゃ細かいところまでは分かりませんけどね。特に女の人の幸福感なんて、それこそ危機開会ですから。
Are we gonna get refunds if we use 5-star tournaments for casting though? I mean, every coin used for casting prior to anniversary you're gonna get back. For cast, yeah. They already confirmed that. Hey, Sagara with the 25 months. Thank you so much. And a big welcome back to the Go Gang. How you doing?
ですがほら、幸福の形は2つに大別できます。瞳子さんの場合、それすら気づいていないようですから、大変見苦しいなと思いまして。
ほう。
Oh, dude, she's mad.
ご忠告イタミール。腐っても兄弟子というわけか。
You good? What about me? I'm alright. Again, very busy because, you know, all the content and whatnot, but still managing and having a good time for the most part of it. Very good.
いいぞ。聞いてやるから言ってみろ。
There's no point in grail casting anymore in A, right? Well, if you need the grails, yeah. But I would still do it anyway, because, you know, there's always a small chance NA is gonna handle this situation differently. So I'm definitely gonna keep getting 2 grails a month from casting, 100%. I'm gonna keep doing that. You can risk it if you want, but I'm definitely doing it, because I have the coins anyway needed. So it's fine. I'm not gonna risk it for no reason. They should have great and super success for MP level upgrade. Someone should do a fan edit of that. That would be so funny. Imagine you roll like a Resh, the space Resh, you get a second copy, then you're like, come on. You go do the MP upgrade, you're come on, you get like a triple, yo, we got MP 3 or 4 or whatever. That would be so funny. And then someone else does it and it's like, fuck, only MP2. Fuck. Yo, that would be hilarious. They would never do that, but it would be hilarious. And then when you do it, you would be mad because you would get only 1 upgrade from it. It does sound like a nightmare because it would be absolutely unethical. Okay. If it happened to be something worthless, she would kill him. If it erased all the progress she had made on her plans over the past month or even the last 2 years, she would kill him. Hey, Kurarin. Her hostility had clearly turned to murderous rage. Uh-oh.
当たり前のことですよ。
He's still wearing that smug though. He's not afraid. Imagine they make you can exchange 30 RAM coins for 1 specific coin of a servant. They would probably have to exclude the FP gacha stuff there. Because lottery would become way too powerful They would lose a lot of money. It would be great for the players, don't get me wrong, but they would lose a lot. Lottery events would become way too powerful. They're already super powerful. So they would probably have to exclude everything that you can get from the FP gacha, which means gold only, basically. Or welfares, maybe,
相対的なもの
that are not in the FP gacha.
比べる相手がいるかいないかが幸福の違いです。自分が穏やかであれば幸福なのか。
No to farm coins? That would have to be very much restricted. If they did it like, you know, with Storm Pods, you know, but you can only do 3 runs a day. Like, limit a farming coin thingy. Then it could be doable. But if it's like only costing AP, that would also be a massive disaster for them. It would cost them way too much money. Again, good for the players, but terrible for their business. So they would never do that. Unless, again, there's a heavy restriction, like, oh, you can do this like 3 times a week to get some coins.
どんなに満ち足りていても
Which wouldn't be the worst idea, because that would boost player retention, and retention is an insanely... Besides money spent on their game from the players, the next valuable thing they can get is time spent playing the game. Player retention, for those that don't know, is actually a huge metric. Investors that pour a lot of money into these games. Player retention is a big key statistic for the developers. So, yeah, that's like, besides money spent, that's the second huge thing. So getting stuff like, oh, you can do this like maybe once a day or 3 times a week or something, that would already boost retention as well, which would be good on the investors' eyes.
幸福の定義なんて詰まるところはその2つですよ。
Especially consistent retention, where, you know, ideally they want players to play the game every single day, to have some reason to always play the game. That's the ideal in the eyes of the investors. So yeah, consistency is also key.
私が言うまでもありませんが、多くの人間は
They should add an all-purpose coin lottery. You have to open 100 boxes, have a chance to get all-purpose coins. Well, I mean, I would be down, but I doubt that's gonna happen. Yeah, that would not be too bad of an idea, Break. They would have to slow it down a lot, because it was pretty fast in FMA. Because they had a different gacha rates anyway. The holy man smiled calmly, wrapped in his shadowy black clothing. Toko remembered clearly now. This was a man who actually didn't believe in the concept of true happiness.
ほら、そんな殺気は収めて、シスターユイカが飛んできます。
Oh wow, so she would just bolt in to fight or something? Wow, scary.
トウコさんの幸福感は絶対的なもの。あなたは自分が確かであれば満ち足りるタイプの人だったんですけどね。他人が気になるなんて。
Only 3 things that have chose suffering.
幸福感を持っているのは
Yeah. He stopped himself before he could say Aoko. Yeah, probably smart. The priest seemed to have spoken out of genuine concern for Toko, but his words had the opposite effect on her. Although he was reluctant to part on such ill terms, Eri knew that it was best not to anger Toko any further.
言葉が過ぎました。お許しを、ハイマスター。それでは私はこれで、あなたたちにとっていい結果になることを祈っています。
Smart.
さっさと消えろ極つぶし。
Damn, she's no longer super
最後まで陰気臭い真
happy.
似をしやがって。
Put them glasses back on.
だいたいその服装どうなんだ？街中でマントなんて羽織って敬遠されないのか？
皆さんもう慣れてくださいましたから。それに、ほら、この格好だと獲物を刺していてもバレないでしょ。
Wow. Dude, he's gonna like open his jacket, it's gonna be like full of machine guns and shit. That'll be funny.
まあ、トウコさんには見抜かれてしまいましたが。
He has 3 weapons on him is actually true.
恥ずかしい。
It's gonna be like JoJo part 2 where Joseph opens up his like jacket and it's like full of grenades and shit. He turned and walked back in the direction he came from with a smile still on his face. I feel like that's the... Like, if you want to be a priest in the Nasu verse, they have to be like permanent. Their face is paralyzed to smile. Basically, it's like a requirement.
ふざけやがって。
To Tommy Gunn. I mean, he had that too. Yeah.
それも担当ぐらいにしか見抜けなかった。
Damn. She only saw one, and it was a small dagger. So what about the other two? His cock and his balls. That would be funny.
そもそも3本ってなんだよ。魔術師でもないくせにどうやったら隠せるんだ。
Am I enjoying peak fiction? I mean, yeah, it's a nice read. I've been enjoying this. Toko muttered to herself as she thought back over the man who had stood before her just moments ago. She truly hated the fact that he had the upper hand on her, but she also felt a bit relieved. If she had actually noticed how heavily armed he was during that brief conversation, it would have been enough to instantly set off a fight. Yeah, I've seen some of the bugs in Stay Night. It is really funny. Toko wasn't sure which one of them would have come out the victor if that had happened. Eri had been that kind of a man for as long as she had known him. He didn't need another reason or even an opponent to fight. Nor did he need any kind of connection or hatred. He was just a machine that simply needed an ignition. Whoa. He was murder incarnate, with no qualms about cutting someone down. Toko had only seen that side of him once. It was back when she was still a relatively happy disciple of magecraft. She had been standing quietly before her grandfather, crying, the instant her first tears fell without warning, without hesitation. Eri cut down their master in an instant? Jesus.
なんでどうしてあなたがあの人を切りつけたの？
いえ、今なら切れると思いました。
Wow. What a psycho, huh? Okay. He could not fathom how much this curt response would affect such a young Toko. He had not meant to say, my opponent showed a moment of weakness and I knew I could win, so I took the opportunity. All he meant was, I felt capable of killing him, so I did. Yeah, that's not a psycho response at all. This man had become her grandfather's disciple, forged an unrivaled friendship with him, and yet had still mercilessly cut them down when the desire arose. So he's the one that killed grandfather Aozaki? Really? They just casually drop it like that? Jesus. Wow. Okay. He possessed some sort of superhuman ability that had allowed him to destroy the mortal vessel of a mage who had been infinitely close to being a magician.
ああ、ほんとうさんくさい、めんどくさい。でも、目障りだから絶対殺すし、魔法を奪ってからの仕事がまた一つ増えちゃったじゃない。バカエリ。
She put her glasses back on and turned on her heel. She had completed all her major tasks for the day. All that was left was to make some more money to buy food for her familiar and head back to the hideouts.
ちょ、何あの乙女軸
Is that what he gathered from observing that exchange? Interesting. Setting aside Beo's mental shout of dismay for a moment, the scent that had been bothering him for the past few days had suddenly disappeared.
Wish on the holy night when she sees the midge on the unholy day.
Wow, plot twists. Hey Martin, thank you for the 25 bucks. And welcome back to the Go Gang. How you doing? Thank you so much. His employer was back to being the old Toko he knew, and she was headed into the entertainment district. He sniffed at the air. The scent had vanished, and he no longer had a reason to continue tailing her. But where had it gone? And where had it come from in the first place? Beo thought about it for a few moments.
さっきの男が怪しいよね。
There you go. He regained his composure and decided to follow the trail of the man's scent. He had no idea that where he was going was his employer's worst nightmare. Jesus. I guess he doesn't know the details, yeah. Aida Church was set up to accept visitors any time of day, any day of the year. The church was the savior of the lost and the poor, and recently had even ventured into the wedding industry for some extra income. It was closely involved with the public welfare of Misaki City and was doing fairly well for itself in that regard. However, there was one problem.
エイリ神父はまた外出ですか。
That's kinda sus, considering what we just saw.
律家もサボタージュ。奉仕の生徒さんたちも日に日に減っていく一方。
Poor Yuika.
結局、労働力は私一人だけなのですね。
Even if the financial situation was stable, they seemed to be chronically understaffed.
だいたいこの町の人々は新人が足りなさすぎます。給金がなければ働けないなど、人生を何だと思っているのでしょう。
This music though,
物
what?
欲だけで構成された一日を過ごしていては、懐は豊かになっても心が貧しくなるだけでしょうに。
The nun muttered to herself quietly as she picked up the stepladder with one hand. Although it was a proper stepladder they used for cleaning the church windows and weighed too much to be carried by even two strong adults, the mass didn't seem to faze her. Wow, Supergirl over here.
人々の心の荒廃も気になりますが、物価の上昇も捨ておけません。消費税なるものの導入もささやかれますし、エイリ神父にはもっと一日で
Oh my god, this is reminding me that Finland is increasing the VAT again. Fuck, I want to move out so bad. God damn it, our taxes are getting, or like, they're being increased again. Starting next month, VAT is going up. And it's gonna affect most goods. It's not gonna affect most like healthy food products. That's like the one saving grace. But everything else is basically gonna go up in price. Man, that blows. It goes from 24%, which is already high compared to most countries in the world. It goes to 25.5. It's a 1.5% increase. Like, fuck, dude. I already have expenses out of my ass. Why you do this?
あの人は誰かで何かで気分で世話をして、後のこととか考えませんから。
Yeah, 25.5%. Yeah.
どうするんですか？ああ、私ですね。それも私が受け持つのですね。もう何でもかんでも肉体労働は私なのですね。
This nun mumbling to herself at a near constant pace was Sister Yuika Suse. There was a reason for her unusual behavior. Yuika was completely blind and had honed her other senses to keenly perceive her surroundings. She was extremely sensitive to the presence of living creatures, particularly humans, and could detect when someone was within a radius of 30 feet. She could talk to herself so openly now because she did not sense anyone nearby.
今日の余り物はと。ああ、もらい物でジャムの詰め合わせがありましたね。
Jams.
どうなのでしょう。
Do you guys like jam? I like jam in some stuff, like Finnish style pancakes. You gotta have some jam on top. I should make some pancake myself. My mom made some really good pancakes. I should ask for the recipe. Oh, it's nice. I always go for, I think I tend to go for strawberry jam, but I also like raspberry jam a lot. And then there's this specific jam they have for like pancakes and crepes and whatnot. That is, it's a mixture of raspberry, strawberry, and blueberries. It's also pretty good. I like jazz, of course. Sister Yuika was busy putting away the cleaning tools while simultaneously trying to prepare dinner for the hungry animals mewing in the back garden. Oh yeah, Finland also has lingonberry, which also is made into jam. It's kind of popular here, but I don't really get it myself. Pretty exotic for a lot of you guys, if I had to guess. When suddenly... Oh, is it Bayo? It must be him, right? That's funny. Sister Yuika was suddenly sensed the presence of a small dog in the church.
ごめんなさい。今日は猫限定の日なの。君が混ざってしまったら猫どもが驚くわ。餌ならここで恵んであげますから、中に入るのはまた今度にしてくださいね。それ以上入ったら向かいの家の屋根あたりまでご退場願いますよ。
She sounds so friendly now that she thinks she's talking to a civilian. Or an animal, actually. She put her foot in front of the small brown dog to stop him from coming any further inside the church's gate. She was somewhat rougher in her treatment of non-human creatures.
何この神気臭い生き物。
Oh, there he is. I'm gonna sneeze again, I think. Ay, ay, ay. I've sneezed so many times today again. Bayo, who'd convinced himself to transform into a small dog instead of a wolf like he really wanted, only saw Sister Yuika as an obstacle in his way. Oh, he can transform into other animals too? Did we know this already? I think that's news to me, at least. Yeah, it would be kind of weird if he was walking around as a wolf. People would be scared. He could smell the scent of the man in black ahead, further inside. Bayo thought little of humans, and in this moment, Sister Yuika was simply an obstacle. Don't do anything stupid, bro. Okay. So naturally, he ignored her warnings and attempted to push through the gates. I see you, Railgun. Thanks for being here. Have a good day, man.
なんでしょうこの色。この子すごい色していますけど、もしかして高級な品種なのでしょうか。だとしたら
He might be some wealthy person's pet. Since the dog came to the church, its rich owner might also attend church services. Yuika stopped trying to push the dog away from the gate.
ごめんなさいね。エイリ神父が目当てなんでしょうけど、また出かけてしまったの。今日一番の餌をあげますから、おとなしく帰ってくださいませ。ああ、もう邪魔。この神気臭い人。よし、周りに誰もいないし、首を噛み寄ろ。
Jeez. Bayo's front legs suddenly stopped before he could launch himself at Sister Yuika. Was he actually gonna kill her? Jesus. Pop. Sister Yuika opened the lid of the bottle she held and poured out a glimmering liquid into a small dish. She set it down in front of the dog.
ほら、お食べ。
The mysterious unknown liquid sat in front of Bayo. It smelled like nothing he'd ever smelled before. He was known to let curiosity get the best of him. Even if it was poison, no poison of the natural world could harm him. He lapped up a mouthful.
何？
He lapped up a little more. He lapped up even more.
味。
He lapped up more and more.
おや、牛乳を飲むような舐めっぷり。犬ながら惚れ惚れします。
Well, nom nom.
これ、もっと欲しい。
The church became filled with the echoes of his boisterous barking. At this point, he'd completely forgotten about the man's scent.
甘いですか？私も感動しました。犬どもにも甘味をたしなむ心があるのですね。甘い？これが甘いってこと？
Have I seen Kira eating tofu? Yeah. Of course. Bro, Bayo looked up at Sister Yuika as she whispered to him. He had a feeling that sweet was an important word he would remember. His food sent a sensation through him that was like a flash of lightning. I guess he's mostly used to salt because he eats Borgars. Until this point, eating food had been nothing more than a process of refueling. He liked hamburgers, but never amounted to more than a preference for a particular mouthfeel. He only ate because he needed the nutrition. Me after tasting Coke again with sugar. Someday I'm gonna try it again. I'm not gonna switch back there, but I wanna try it again someday just to see, like, it probably tastes so different to what I remember, right? It would probably be like super overly sweet tasting. Because I haven't been drinking anything with sugar on it for so long now. It would be interesting. But this was different. This food was not necessary to his survival. And yet he knew he wanted more. He didn't really need it, but it made him feel good. It was like food for his soul rather than his body.
あれ、そもそもこの匂いって。
He stopped wagging his tail. The golden wolf in the form of a small dog sat with the food that was the very origin of his name in front of him. Beowulf was faced with a difficult problem that he was unable to solve. He doesn't know what it is, and he can't really easily ask.
Tadaima.
はい。
Oh, is she mad because he wasn't here? Uh-oh. Time for spanking.
遅いお帰りにお姉さん心配しちゃった。こんな時間まで無断外出。
Oh my god, she's actually gonna spank him? Okay.
教育係兼飼い主としてバッボーイしなくちゃいけないから、そこに正座。
Beo had transformed back into a human form and returned to the workshop. Toko was waiting there for him with a big, strange smile on her face.
あ、そうか。
He knew he had messed up. He had failed to get back home before Toko because of sister Yuika.
正座は嫌です。そりゃ無断で外に出てたけど、誰にも見つかってないし。
誰にも見つかっていない？ってことはベオくん、裏山で遊んでたの？
裏山じゃなくて町。気づかなかったでしょ。実はトウコ
Did you
さ
say
んを尾
bad
行
boy
して
in
いただけ
English?
なの
Let's
です。
see.
遅いお帰りにお姉さん心配しちゃった。こんな時間まで無断外出とか心配したぞ。教育係兼飼い主としてバッボーイしなくちゃいけないから、そこに正座。
I don't think it was bad boy, but it's a bit similar, yeah. Toko froze at Beo's completely unexpected response. But she was used to him by now. She just sighed and rubbed her head, now throbbing from a terrible headache.
いいでしょう。見つからなければいたずらじゃないと教えたのは私だしね。主人の尾行禁止とは命令していなかったし。今回の尾行については不問に付します。でもどうやって人目を避けたの？その格好だったらさすがに気づくと思うんだけど、私。
そこは企業秘密です。教えたら今日みたいなトウコさんもう見れなくなっちゃうし。
Teasy.
楽しそうだったよね、あの人と。
Her response was both honest and out of character. Even Beo was surprised at how taken aback she was by his statement.
それは違う。どんな勘違いをしたのか知らないけど、あれはただの交渉よ。教会の神父相手に町を人質に見立てて不干渉を念押ししただけで。
いや、楽しそうに見えたのは女の人の方だけど。
Damn. Debated.
あの全身ぐるぐる巻きに自分を縛ってた方。
Woman and wolf stared at each other for a silent moment. Beo looked satisfied with himself and his secret information.
つまりあれってトウコさんのつがい？
Wow, okay. Primal terms. Okay, dude. Jesus. Sheesh. Assuming much. Toko nearly choked at the utterly fearless question. Oh, the glasses come off. The puppet master wordlessly removed her glasses and tamped down her emotions.
なんでそんな言葉だけ知ってるんだお前は。耳戸島にも程があるぞ。
Damn, he knows how the business is done.
こんなの 生き物として普通の言葉じゃない。まあ瞳子さんが普通の生き物だとは思っていなかったから僕としても意外だけど。それでどうなの？あのパッとしないポテトみたいなオス。
Potato, look at us. Why potato? I don't think he looks like a potato, but okay. Bale was suddenly irritated. He was irritated, but he couldn't figure out why.
何も何も、お前の言う通りしなびたフライドポテトだよ。少なくとも私にとってはね。気にする価値もない
Surely
し、
not.
食べたくなるような魅力もない。
本当？ただの敵？瞳子さんにとって特別なのは僕だけ？
ああ、今のところはね。
Interesting.
焼けぼっくいに火がつくかとも思ったが、完全にしけっていた。あれを前にしてどうこう思うのは。
She's showing a bit of a hint of soon.
そっか。なんでもないならもう忘れることにします。でも焼けぼっくいって何？
思い出を蒸し返して前後不覚に陥ること。
Wow. Interesting.
まあその可能性だって少しはあったと思うよ。な
Wow.
んでも私の初恋の相手のようだし。
Well, there you go.
Huh?
Bale had no first-hand experience with love, but he at least understood the concept of first love.
初恋って瞳子さんに？
菅井はありで初恋はなしとか、どれだけ私を動物的に
Yeah,
見てい
true.
る。
He's gonna get it backwards.
昔の話だよ。私が10代になったばかりで、あれが祖父の弟子だった頃の話だ。奴は魔術ではなく精神修行の一環として祖父と付き合っていたが。
She spoke indifferently, and it was clear from the look on her face that there was no longer any attachment there. Yet there was still a tenderness in her words that caused Bale to furrow his brow.
瞳子さんまだ好きなわけ？
いや、自分でも呆れるぐらい何もなかった。ただ青春の幻影というのかな。そういう頃の象徴のような知人とは話すだ
Yeah,
けで
she's talking
懐
about
かしいもの
Eddie,
なんだ
the
よ。
priest.
人間的には全く魅力を感じなくなったが、奴と話しているだけでこう昔の自分を思い返して笑いたくなる。
Bale grew only more confused as she spoke with such passion. He couldn't wrap his head around the concept that she hated him yet somehow also still liked him.
そういうの僕わかんないな。
お前には好き嫌いが
I
な
mean,
い。
it's not like, you know, the Aozaki sisters really cared too much for their grandfather, clearly. At least from what I understood from reading this.
そんなのあります。食べ物だって襟好みするじゃんか僕。
お前の基準は有益か無益かだけだろ。野生動物にとって味覚は十分
I
な
mean,
栄養
he
値が
didn't
あ
care
るか
for
ないかを
them
測る
either,
セン
to
サ
be
ー
honest.
しかない。
He only seemed to treat them as, you know, people who could like carry on the family's work and shit. He didn't even give a shit about them as like, you know, granddaughters.
栄養値を度外視して食事をとるのは人間
And yeah, he still remained his form as the ghost figure thingy, you know.
自分の体に合っているからその食材を好むではないんだよ。人は楽しいか楽しくないかで食事をとる。好きなものが甘く見えるのはそのためだ。
甘いもの好きなものって甘く見えるの？
Yeah, he knows that word now.
ものの例えだが苦くは見えないだろ。まあ人によってはそれもありだが、そのあたりはあれだな、性癖の問題だ。卵が先か鶏が先かの話さ。好きだから甘いのか甘いから好きなのかとね。
でも僕瞳子さんは甘く見えないけど。
Ouch.
そりゃそうだろう。そもそもお前はまだ生きていないからな。あるだけのものと生きていることはまた別の話だ。 皮肉な話だがね。その違い
Very
を知った時、
philosophical
お
suddenly.
前は無敵ではなくなるよ、ベオ。さあ、夕食だ。今日も大勝ちしたからな。
Damn, she won big at Gumba. She walked into the classroom back in her usual mood. Beo lingered in the hallway looking dejected. You're not actually alive. Those words pierced right through his heart, but he didn't quite know why yet. Ouch. 3 weeks would pass before he got a hint of why that was the case. Lou Beowulf was perfect, and yet he would lose at the hands of a particularly imperfect creature. Yeah. Those are words right there. Wow. Yeah, they do the side booba shot a lot in this so far for Toko. The sound of a phone ringing echoed through the empty hallways of the school. It was January, and both the mage who had remodeled the building and the magician who had expelled her from it were long gone. The telephone that Toko had installed on a whim rang and rang without letting up, as if it knew for sure that someone was there to answer it. Oh, is this the time skip again?
うるさいな。
Is this Alco now? Something rustled inside. There were definitely no people inside the school building, but there was one. Oh, it's still Bayo. Okay, never mind. So this is still in the past. It has to be, right? Maybe? I can't tell.
はい、こちら伽藍の道第二出張店。天使は尻尾巻いて逃げ出した後ですので、ご用のある方は発信音の後にメッセージを。トウコさん？
Wow, his tone changed immediately.
うん。はいはい。どうぞ行ってらっしゃい。僕のことはお構いなく。
What is this new phase? He's got whiskers, dude. God damn it. Oh, this was January. Dude, I completely spaced out. Okay, so this is after the big, you know, spectacle happened then? Yeah, okay. So there was a time skip. The classroom was occupied by a young boy with blonde hair. Even before the phone rang, he was in human form. It used to be that when he was alone, he would always doze off in his wolf form, but not anymore. Interesting. There was no real need for him to stay in his human form, but he did anyway. It was now his normal state of being when he was not in combat.
じゃ、必要になったら呼んでよね。契約は切れたけど。
Oh, he's taking this surprisingly well, it seems.
うん、そう。嫌味なんかじゃないって。狼はね、誇り高いんだよ。トウコさん以上の雇い主が見つかるまで、首輪はそっちに預けておきます。
Bayo couldn't help but wonder where Toko was traveling. She had accepted her loss and ended her contract with her familiar. She said it was because she hadn't fulfilled her promise to let him fight magic. However, that was actually the fault of her familiar and not her responsibility at all. Bayo had not fulfilled his duty as her bodyguard yet.
で、トウコさんは今どこ？
It was the name of a country he wasn't familiar with. After the battle, she had promptly left Japan to develop a way to break the curse.
何が敗北を認めただよ。
Hmm.
それって、まだ諦めてないってことじゃん。
Toko laughed on at the other end of the line. Somehow Bayo sensed a tropical scent coming through the phone. He senses scents through phones? What? Crazy. Whether that was a mystical effect of Toko's handcrafted phone or the werewolf's super senses was unclear.
じゃ、さっさと帰ってきてね。僕はこっちに残ってるから。おいしいお土産よろしく。
Toko asked him why. If he had really decided to stay on as her familiar, there was no reason for him to stay there.
実は僕もよくわかんない。
As he stumbled over his words, he patted his chest a few times and remembered the pain he had felt.
まあ、なんと言いましょうか。ここにいれば、甘いってどんなものか、わかるような気がするのです。
Well, the wolf who had learned to accept being wasteful expressed his future goal, a vague hint of delight in his voice. Wow. Character development. Thus concluded an exceptionally rare case of first love. Sweet as honey. Was that the name of the book? Oh. Holy. Wow. Okay, it was. Or it was the honey adventure. Damn. That's the first of the final bonuses done. Okay, okay. Dude, now we have all the books. There's still one to read, but we have all the books. Look. It's all freaking filled. The archive is full. The end is in sight. Now, so this is the final thing, right? Anyone can sleep but not laugh. Does anyone know how long this is? Just to give me some ideas. How long would you say this probably final thing is? Final is really big, like 3 hours plus. Interesting. Interesting, huh? So that we're definitely not finishing today then, yeah? That's a tough call, actually. Because if I start it right now, it's not gonna make a full stream or anything like that next time. Probably, yeah. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Huh. And I think it would be a bit too much overtime for today as well if I were to do it. It would be way long for today at least. I can start it, yeah. I guess we would just have to save midway, yeah. Yeah. We would just have to... I mean, I've done it in the past as well. It's not that... I always like saving between chapters mostly, but I have saved, you know, in the middle of these as well, so it's probably not a huge problem. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna jump right into it. So anyone can sleep but not laugh. Oh, dude, look at the group photo. Also, whoa, that's a new sprite. That's a new sprite. What? New sprites. Okay, I mean, yeah, sure, take me. Wow, teasers. Okay, here we go. This is a new thing as well. Warning, welcome to the Kuonji estate in Misaki Town in the fall, a year after the Witch on the Holy Night. A year's time skip? Okay, interesting. What follows is an extra chapter that's pretty long. If you just finished the game, we recommend you take a break first. Really? This is like an official recommendation? Oh shit. Wow. It's an actual disclaimer. I mean, I'm not taking a break though. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, if it's talking about the main story, I did finish the main story 2 weeks ago or so. So I guess it's kind of a break, maybe. Yeah, to that the final chapter. I mean, I've done everything else by now, Gand. There's nothing else. This is literally the last thing. I've already read the main story. This is unlocked after the main story as well. You can't even do this before that. All right, fuck it, dude. Shout out to Robin. Okay. So a year time skip, huh? Year after the events. So is it January again then maybe? But the next year? Have I checked Sword of Convalarity? I don't even know what that is. Is that a new anime? Interesting. Noon, Central Park. I finished making extra prints at the store and threw away the disposable camera so I didn't have to carry it around. It was a beautiful day out. The sky was clear and the autumn air was crisp. It's a gacha game. Is it like original or something? The troubles of the summer were gone and it was a brand new day. I, Kumari Kojika, okay, was about to spend my long weekend at the strangest of events. You get to see some Kumari POV. I remember her. Her brown long hair. Kumari, yes, I see what you did there. Is her name actually written with the Kuma character for bear and then Ri for like, you know, Sato for instance, like, you know, go for like the village character maybe? Could be. I'm guessing it is written with the bear. Oh, it's Aoko, it's been a while.
あれクマったら大荷物。なんでそんな大きなボストンバッグなんて持ってきたの？
An hour had passed already and it was 1 p.m. Aoko arrived at our meeting place. Aozaki was my classmate, friend, and comrade on the student council. So even after meeting her, we're still listening the thoughts from Kumari's POV, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're finishing this today, Crow. But even if it means next time the stream won't be... maybe the next time I stream it, we're gonna do like... I'm gonna prepare another game already, just in case, right? If it ends like a lot early. But I don't think we're gonna be... It's gonna probably... Supposedly it's gonna be like 3-4 hours or something. So I think that would be a bit too much overtime for today, especially because I'm kind of, you know, already kind of stressed and, you know, I don't really want to exhaust myself too much. But I'll read quite a bit of this probably already here. Even if we do a little bit of VODs gacha. But yeah, we're at least gonna start it and then hopefully next time finish it for sure. Wait, that's how her name is written? Really now? So it's Kumari. Wow, they use 3 characters for it. Wow. Really now? That's surprising. Anyway, we've only been friends since high school, but it oddly felt longer, like we'd always known each other. As you can see, she was as bright, as lively as ever. If she was a drink, she'd be a soft drink, a carbonated soda. She was the kind of person who solved a tough problem by hitting it until it surrendered.
今日のクオンジテーパーティーはこっちでいろいろ用意してあるから。
Oh, it's Demi.
招待状に書いてなかった？
Hello there, cool people and awesome Myst.
Oh, thank you. Also, hey, 25 buds. Thank you so much. And a big welcome back to the Go Gang. How you doing? 2+ years. Very nice.
何それ聞いてない。
Have we ever seen her in this outfit? Kumari, that is? Not sure.
まったく間違いだらけね。誕生日を祝うから連休始めに来てほしい。
So they're having a party at Alice's house. Interesting. Have they ever had any other classmates there before? I'm guessing no.
そうなの？ごめんごめん。アリスったらこういうのまだ慣れてい
I
ない
mean,
から。
this definitely makes it sound like that's the case.
やっぱり迎えに来てって電話してきたのはそういうわけだったのね。まあそれはそれとして、後ろのなんとも場違いに地味な方ってもしかしてお連れの方？
Oh, is it your boy? Oh, it's the teacher.
このスーツ昨日下ろした
I forgot his name.
おめかしして見えないかい？
Is it Yama something, I forgot.
コピーペーパーと見間違うほどいつも通りです。
Yamashiro, there you go. Yeah, that was his name. Okay.
それで今日は何でしょう？教え子を尾行するとか、あと数年したら立派な犯罪になりますから自重してほしいんですけど。
Yeah, she's a golden deer. Aoko never pulled her punches inside or outside of school. She was particularly harsh to Mr. Yabashiro, almost like they were related.
お、ストーキングってやつだね。そういうのは青崎くんの方が得意だと思うんだが、あ、いや。
Damn, dude, that's some heinous accusations.
ほら、怖い顔しないで。
Yo, Rizet, how you doing?
今朝、僕のところにも招待状が送られていてね。見れば生徒会の役員が参加とある。生徒会顧問として君たちの監督をしないといけないだろう。
The invitation he pulled out was the same as the one I got. Aoko looked surprised, to say the least. That was no act.
その字は宗十郎か。あいつ
は
不思議なこと気をつけておくべきだった。
素晴らしい気遣いじゃないか。僕はね、青崎くん、しずきくんはいつか多分おそらく機会さえあればやる生徒だと思っていたんだ。それがこんな楽しそうなイベントに 青崎が何するか不安なので監督しに来てください。
Damn, he can read her.
なんて書かれた招待状を送ってくるなんて成長の度合い著しい。
Aoko let out a defeated sigh. She couldn't turn away from Mr. Yabashiro since he'd been formally invited. However cold-hearted she appeared, she did have a sense of etiquette.
仕方ない。
Oh yeah, she's short. I always forget that. Wow.
二人ともクオンジ邸は初めて？
初めてです。地元の住人なら白犬塚にはあまり近寄りませんからね。今年の夏だってほら。
私はそうでもないけど、そもそもこの山、この辺りの子供にしたらちょっとした聖地なんだし。
Maybe sacred ground was an exaggeration, but I couldn't think of a better way to describe it. For years there had been urban legends circulating about the hills there. Like the demon dog of the slope. Or the one where if you went into the woods on a foggy day, you'd come out either as someone different or with strange powers. Those stories were probably the reason kids came here, to test their courage. In elementary school, if you went into the woods and touched the mailbox of the haunted house, you were officially awesome right up until graduation. Interesting, theirs. I guess that's why sacred ground seemed to fit the area.
なるほど。青崎くんは2年半この道を通学路に使っていたんだね。そりゃ足も鍛えられるってもんだ。
Here's my t-shirt. What t-shirt? Mr. Yabashiro gazed down at the city excitedly. Maybe it was the first time he'd seen it from this angle. I'd like to feel that excited too, but I couldn't relax given the situation. Because...
青崎くん、受験勉強ははかどってる？
Oh, you said what's my t-shirt? I thought you said where's your t-shirt? Okay. Yeah, I mean this is actually one I got from Andrew as well. This is the one of my Gundam shirts. It has it's Char's Red Zaku. Char's Zaku 2, the Ebes 06S. And it has Neo Xeon logo there as well on the bottom. And I think the back has Soba lettering as well. I think it says the Principality of Xeon, I think, on the back from top to bottom. There you go. It's a nice shirt. I like it a lot. Very cool. Also achievement because I alt tabbed from reading the previous thing. Okay. There you go. And it's nice to have some shirts that are maybe not black, because most of my own shirts are very black. So it's a bit of a, you know, mix things up a little bit. Okay. Pantsless, yeah. I don't think I've ever actually worn pants on stream for like a full stream. I don't know, maybe you can call me weird if you want, but I never wear pants when I'm home. Maybe if I have company, then of course, sure, yeah. But normally, if I'm just by myself, I just like being in my boxers, you know? Like, I don't see the need to wear pants as well. I feel way more comfortable in my boxers. Also, hello, Ryder, how you doing?
言われなくてもきっちりやってます。山城先生のお手は煩わせません。
ならいいけど、青崎くん推薦蹴っちゃうんだもんな。そんなに地元の大学は嫌かい？
いや、というわけではありません。選択肢を狭めたくなかっただけです。
Damn, calling out your friends, not cool.
いや、くまりくんは鉄板でしょう。もう水空の推薦取っているん
Yeah,
です
no worries, Daryl. I'm sure it's gonna be okay.
くまりくん自身も水空への進学を決めているわけですし。
あ。
I silently tried to tell Aoko to ignore the topic. Let me take a moment here to talk about my history and what was happening today. My name is Kumari Kojika. I'm a third-year senior in high school. You know what students are like struggling through exams without any hopes or dreams? Well, I'm not a typical student. I want to attend a college in the city. I'm planning to attend a local university, Given my current academic performance, that should be a piece of cake. Wow, smart. Whoa, suddenly very dramatic music, what the hell? Should you pick up Ishtar Archer since you have 0 Buster Loop Archers? I don't think she's a must-have or anything, or even having that archetype is like a must. But, you know, Ishtar is kind of hot. You know, Rin faces are nice, so why not? My parents insist I get a job, they don't want me attending college at all. Is that supposed to be like grandpa or something? Why is he so like hairy? Freaking Iskandar alert over here. That's my old-fashioned father. Okay, it's just dad, okay. As big and as hard-headed as a bear. Wow, bear, huh? Okay. Of course. Luckily, my older brothers managed to convince him to let me go despite his archaic ways. Who the hell is this bozo then? Oh, they're brothers, huh? Wow. The fuck? Does she have like 3 brothers or something? Oh my god, what the fuck? 4? Honestly, my brothers are idiots. Those gymnastics events were male only for goodness sake. Wow. They really take pride in their one girl in the house. That was the decision my 4 brothers and my father came to in their little huddle. Interesting. Just thinking about my family makes me want to die, but that's how it's been since elementary school, so I'm used to feeling like that. Jesus. I did as my father asked and set my sights on Mizora Sports Science U. That put him at ease, but I had other things in mind. I convinced him to let me put down a college in the city as my safety school.
先生への建前上、進路希望には3つまで志望校を書く必要があったの。形の上だけだから、受験代の用意はしなくていい。
My father believed every word of it. Of course, I fully intended to go to my second choice in the city. Oh, she's gonna be like, this sports thing is the first choice, but he's like, oh no, I only got my second choice. Oh, sorry me. Oh no. Anyway, that's gonna be the plan, huh? That's why I secretly worked a part-time job. I'd saved enough over 3 years to cover living costs if I got in. I'd have to go get a loan for tuition fees, but it was the only way to make the plan work. My father was stubborn and brash, but he appreciated hard work and diligence. If he saw that I passed my exams while saving up enough money to pay for myself, he'd probably let me go. Not that I wouldn't even if he disapproved. Everything was going according to plan so far. The only thing that could stop me was sudden illness preventing me from taking the entrance exam. Alright, there was one other thing. Whoa. Aoko didn't reply. It's a beautiful day and Mr. Yamashiro had been invited to a party, so he couldn't be thinking straight. He'd unknowingly spoken a word forbidden in Misaki High. Shit, dude. Did you see from Famitsu interview now that he definitely has the right Mohoya too? No, I haven't seen that, but interesting. Strangely, Then again, maybe it's not so strange. Aoko was single. She was undoubtedly attractive if she wasn't speaking to you. But she was permanently in a bad mood and didn't bother with small talk.
山城先生、徹夜明けですか？
いや、だってほら、気になるでしょ？もうすぐ生徒会の役割から解放されるわけですしね。青崎くんほどの子が青春を謳歌しないのは教師として僕も心苦しい。
お心遣いありがとうございます、山城先生。
She's so annoyed by it.
でしたら今から付き合いましょうか、私たち。
Wow, this is gauging for a response. Sus.
とりあえず恋人同士らしくそこの暗がりに連れ込んでいいですか？
Scandal.
これからすることとかあまり人目につくとまずいので。
She beamed. If looks could kill.
ごめん、確かに正気じゃなかった。だからその明日にも僕から職を奪いそうな企みはやめてくれ。
Probably for the best.
そもそも受験生に恋はご法度だったしね。いや、健全で大いに結構。
I think you missed a word there, Haz. Mr. Yabashiro laughed uncomfortably.
全くです。くれぐれも口には気をつけてくださいね、山城先生。これから行くところでそんな浮ついた頭のやつとかいませんからね、クマ。
そうね。
There's no way she's ever gonna say that though, Shadow, but yeah, true, it would have been funny.
パーティーといってもあくまで誕生会って話だし。
Oh, it's a birthday. I don't think we heard that yet. I was starting to feel a little inadequate. I wasn't as attractive or cool as Aoko. I mean, I wasn't even sure my college plan was really gonna work. I felt more anxious every day. Pathetic, I know. If I didn't already have enough to worry about, there was the equally big problem of a boy at school.
けどよくクオンジさんが承諾したわね。青崎の話じゃ彼女の父親でさえめったに入れないんでしょ？
それには私も驚いてる。人間、変われば変わるもんだってね。
しずきくんのお友達なら上がってもらって構わないけど。
Wow, character development.
なんてセリフ、アリスから出ると思わなかったわ。
So the goon squad is gonna get invited as well. Okay, interesting. I guess their sprites were in the thing as well. The gate to Shiro Inuzuka stood tall, as if designed to warn off visitors. Ahazaki opened the gate. It wasn't even locked. It felt like we were passing into a different world. Was it just me, or did the trees and mountains look different inside? Whoa! Whoa! What? There's choices? What? Well, that's a first for this thing. They changed the direction. What? Okay, yeah, I mean, obviously I'm gonna save. Shit, dude. What the fuck? Interesting. I mean, okay. Sure. I think instead of choosing what I would want to do, I think I'm just going to do them in order so I don't get confused later. I'm just going to do them in order because I want to read probably through all of them anyway. Yeah, so we go with top one. Might be an ill omen. I spaced out and random thoughts filled my mind.
くまりくん、何しているんですか？行きますよ。
はい、すぐ行きます。
The other two had already set off. I picked up my things and followed them. Aoko was verbally sparring with Mr. Yabashiro as they walked down the tree-lined path. I hurried after them. Looking up at the sky, I saw ominous clouds starting to roll in.
あれ？今日の天気予報どうだったっけ？
The heavens looked like they could open at any moment. What were the options anyway? Can you list them again? I forgot. If you're asking properly, Exodia. Would I have to trek back home in the rain? Once we were past of the woods, I could see more clearly. In the clearing stood a large building that felt out of time.
おや、これはまた立派な洋館だ。幽霊屋敷なんて誰が言い出したんだろうね。誹謗中傷もいいところだ。
Welcome back, Daryl.
そうでもないですよ。火のないところに煙は立たないって言葉、ここに限っては本当ですから。お化けが出たくらいで騒がないでくださいね、山城先生。
青崎くんがそんな冗談を口にするなんて、僕らとしてはそっちの方が怖いな。
I wonder if he actually believed her. I've known Alko for 3 years and I think she's never told a joke with that expression.
青崎、今の話本当？
お化けが出るかは別にして、不思議なことなら起こらないこともないわ。大丈夫。おかしなものを見ても
Strange stuff does happen here. Yeah, I feel like that's an understatement. Here's hoping all the ploys are hidden away really well. I agreed with Mr. Yamashiro. Ignore anything weird, even ghosts, was kind of a scary thing to say. Wow, we're back. The foyer of the estate was colder than I expected. I knew the mountains were colder, but this was something else. It felt like winter in here.
中も驚きですね。外見から典型的なチューダー式かと思いましたが、ロビーの作りはロマネスク建築に近い。
Damn, he's already analyzing decor.
隣の通路とロビーとでも大きく年代が違いますね。まるでここだけ違う建物から持ってきた。おや？
Oh shit, they're already here.
山城がいるよ。
It's Kinobi. I heard a stupid, irritating voice behind me, and sure enough, there was an idiot standing in the foyer.
お、小鹿も一緒じゃん。そっか、会長ったら朝からいないと思ったら2人を迎えに行ってたんだな。
ちょっと、なんでホウスケがいんのよ。
宗十郎が声をかけたんでしょ。あいつ今日はみんなを喜ばせるとか張り切ってたから。ま、適切なチョイスじゃないけど最悪ってわけでもないんじゃない？木の実くん、とにかく騒がしいし。
おう、任せとけ。ご期待に沿うよう今日は大量に新ネタ仕込んできたからね。階段もモノマネ芸もそう簡単には品切れにはならねえぜ。
騒がしいだけならガチョウでも代用は効くでしょうに。しずきの考えってほんとわかんない。
Ouch.
ホウスケ、バカッとしてないで荷物持ってよ。
そこはボケだよね。ボケって言うんだよね、普通。
I ignored him and put my overnight bag down on the floor.
中身見ないでよね。
頼まれたって見ないっしょ。小鹿の色気のない着替えとかもうノーセックス、
Damn,
ノーフューチャー、
ouch.
ノータックス。いや、にしても重いな。体に似合わず重装備じゃねえか、おい。
He picked up my bag and carried it toward the hallway to the east wing. Of course it was heavy. Could it come here without my trusty wok, cleaver, rice, and char siu? What if I wanted to what if I wanted fried rice later? So she's ready to cook, huh? Interesting.
あっちが今よ。基本パーティー会場はこっちだから。それとアリスの気遣いで客室も用意されているから、疲れたらそっちに移動して。
In that case, decision B already. Oh my god. Okay, another save. Shit. Alright. So I'm gonna pick the top one. What would I pick in myself otherwise? I should head to the drawing room. I should check out the guest room first. I'll do something random. I mean, I would probably pick the top one anyway. I should head to the drawing room. At the very least, I should greet the mansion's owner and the guests. I decided to head straight to the drawing room.
こっちこっち。もう大体集まってるから。
The corridor of the East Wing's first floor was dimly lit. I could hear the sound of friendly chatter from beyond the door ahead. The moment I entered, I had to stop myself from jumping out of my skin. The parlor was cozy compared to the lobby, but I didn't have time to appreciate it. I was too distracted by a familiar face I hadn't expected to run into. Wow. First was Alice Kuonji. I was nervous because I'd only met her once or twice, but she wasn't the one who surprised me. Oh shit. Next was Bayo. He's here too, what the fuck? He was a child who often hung around the shopping district almost like a guardian spirit, or perhaps a greedy little goblin. I'd spoken to him before, so he wasn't a shocker either. He's not the shocker, who the fuck is then? It's ya boy. Wait, he's the shocker? Why? Tell me about it, why? Last was the student council vice president. Also, wow, that drip though. Sheesh. Come to think of it, he was acquainted with Aoko and Shizuki, so it made sense he'd be at this birthday party. It did make sense, right?
ちょっとなんで築地がいるの？
What's with this reaction? Does she like him?
あら、飛び丸も来るって言ってなかったっけ？
Wow.
というか、いちいち言わないとダメだったかしら。ダメってことは別にないけど。
Wow, Tsun mode?
ならいいじゃない。生徒会じゃ毎日顔合わせているんだし、気にならないでしょ？
I mean, they both have interesting families, so that's something that connects them.
普段着なんだし。
Aoko gave me a look that said, and? Of course there was a problem. Could you blame me for hiding it? To be frank, I had a crush on Tobimaru. Oh! I'd felt this way for 3 years. 3 whole years and I still hadn't said anything. I knew it was spineless of me. Wow. This might not mean much coming from me, but I wasn't always a coward. During my freshman year, I was only vaguely aware of him as Aoko's co-worker. I only really became aware of my feelings during my second year. He spoke to me often, maybe because he trusted me as Aoko's friend. And whenever he did, I went home happy. At the time, I didn't know why. The realization hit me when we happened to be cleaning up together after a school festival in my second year. Oh wow. We were just tidying things away when, bam, I realized maybe I'd liked him all along. They said love's a poison, but yeesh, talk about a delayed effects. Anyway, nothing really changed after that. In an act of rebellion against my simple-minded family, I decided to never inherit the family business. That was why I like to believe I've been hardworking and disciplined since middle school. It's a personal point of pride. And it made it all the more excruciating to accept that I've been overtaken by teenage infatuation. You could say that I lacked courage. Eventually the school year passed by even as I did nothing about my feelings. But I never got over him. We entered the fall of my third year. Graduation was close, but I still had no idea what to do about my crush. Then I learned to my surprise that he would be attending a local college. I had this on good authority, since I'd flexed my powers as a student council member to dig into it. It wasn't Mizora, but if he was going to a nearby school, that would be unfortunate. After all, if I also went to a college nearby, I wouldn't be able to cut my ties with him. Aoko told me once. Bro, what the fuck? Come on, go for it. Come on. What are you doing?
だってあいつ好きなやつとしか世間話しないでしょ。
I wanted to believe it was true. I mean, he even broke his arm to save me during the craziness this summer. What the fuck was that mean? Interesting. I mean, that sounds crazy. I didn't know if he had a girlfriend, but I was sure I had a chance if I asked him out. But... giving it felt like throwing away everything I'd fought for so far. Ever since I was a kid, I planned ahead. I used to look down on classmates who were obsessed with childish dreams and romance. So does he already have like storyboards ready for a new installment of this story? Because surely that would not be written there. That seemed like a big thing, right? It seemed like not like such a random thing. That surely was an actual thing. So he already has ideas and shit. Interesting. And also, was this a part of this bonus chapter in the OG release of Mahoyoru as well? Or was this in the remastered only? I'm guessing it was in OG as well. But yeah, he must have had these ideas for a long time then. Crazy. And now, here I was, actually willing to give up 6 long years of hard work for the dumbest of reasons. That wasn't me. That wasn't the Kumari I was trying to become. She has kind of cute faces. Damn.
ちょっと頭冷やしてた。おかげで落ち着いたから問題なし。さて、クオンジさんに挨拶しないとね。
So I said, but I couldn't shake a slight tinge of regret. I should have listened to Alko instead of laughing through my nose when she said to wear something nice to the party. Oh, dude, Alko is trying to wing woman her girl. What the fuck? She knew he was gonna be here, didn't she? Okay, okay. Wow. Well, it's not like I had a nice dress to wear anyway, so there isn't much I could have done to impress him. I clapped my hands on my cheeks to get my head on straight and tried to carry myself as I always did. Alright, is she gonna shoot her shot? Hold. After greeting the mistress of the house, I went into the adjacent sunroom. I recognized the other guests there, so there was no need for introductions. The sunroom and drawing room were connected, and you could see each room from the other. Miss Kuonji sat on the sofa in the drawing room, elegantly sipping a cup of tea. Chatting nearby was Hosuke and Mr. Yamashiro. Didn't expect to see him here.
ほう、裏庭の方にちらりと見えたのは多くの木なのですか。日本で言えば奈良ですが、僕の記憶には該当しないな。何か特別な品種なんでしょうね。日本のものとイギリスのものは見た目からして違いますし、多くの品種はそれこそ
He knows about trees.
相変わらず自分の言いたいことしか言わないよね、この人。ハリスちゃん、この先生は人の心にズカズカ踏み込んでくる蛮族だから無視しちゃっていいぜ。それより俺と冬休みの予定について話し合わない？
What does that mean?
ハリスちゃん、スキーとか苦手そうだな。
Is he hitting on her? Oh my god, bruh. This guy hits on every girl he sees. Wow. Subtle, not much.
二人とも退屈とは程遠い人なの。
Ooh, fucking wrecked.
理解したわ。木の実くんと先生は
Oof.
つけられたウッドペッカーのよう。
Destroyed. Oh, it's Robin.
あの木をつつくか喋ってるだけのアホ踊りと同格っすか、このシャバ像ども。アリスさんから鳥認定されないソウの字に比べてちょっとだけ格上と見たっす。
Still there.
まあ死ぬか生きるかだけの自分に比べたらどっちも小物っすけど。
Such a simple mind he has.
何？あのまるっとした鳥。
Damn, called out. There was a blue robin flitting to and fro around Miss Kuonji's head, chirping adorably. He's just flicking him away. Wow. But whenever it tried to land on her shoulder, she batted it away. Is that how she raised her pets? No, Robin specifically. Alko was nowhere to be seen. She was probably in the kitchen or bathroom. With nobody to talk to, I took a seat and let my thoughts wander until... Oh! Interesting. What does this shirt even say? It says, bring you luck. Is that the whole thing? Bring you luck? It's such a Japanese shirt. It's like absolute nonsense. Like they're like cool English, random inspirational sounding words. It's like the Japanese shirt to wear. Bring you luck! Yeah. Dude, maybe it's good for gacha though, you never know. Maybe he's actually a genius. But yeah, it's always funny. They always have like shirts like this. Also, does he have a... Is that a... Oh, I thought it was a whistle around his neck, but it was like the dot from the eye that I thought was connected, but that's just... Okay, that's not it. Okay, it's just a random necklace, I think. Could also be German. I don't think they really print German into shirts and like wear though. They usually like German words and like, you know, names for fiction, maybe spells, shit like that. But English they love to use in actual clothing. Yeah. Tobimaru kicked off a conversation in his usual casual way. His slender arms were picturesque even while holding a glass of juice.
アルバイトは休み。今回の3連休全部休み入れたから。お金も予定額貯まったし。
そうか、そりゃよかった。岬脱出ロケットはもう秒読み段階ってことだ。
Damn, he's also so much taller than her. That's kinda cute.
となると、早朝のコンビニで顔を合わせるのもいよいよおしまいか。そういえば。俺がタバコを吸おうとしたら
Damn, he's tried cigarettes? What a bad boy. I totally didn't do that in middle school. That took me back. Back in my freshman year, there was a student cocky enough to smoke in my store's parking lot. He was from a different school, but that didn't matter. I ran up to him, warned him, then hosed him down with water. Can you believe I did that to a stranger? Yeah, honestly, that's kind of messed up, but okay. Fair enough. I got flustered and tried to apologize, but the boy was already reaching for another cigarette before I even finished. He turned out to be Tobimaru.
いやあの後まさか生徒会室で再会するとは思わなかった。俺はあれかね。
Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay, that he just slid it in there. Okay. Okay, he did the initiative. Wow, that was fast. Okay, what's the reaction?
たまたまでしょ。
Bro, you didn't even acknowledge that? Come on. That was, dude, it was there.
俺たちは午前中からだよ。木の実の野郎が張り切っててな。
That was kind of smooth, honestly.
誕生会は夕方6時からだから、まだ時間に余裕はある。疲れてるなら部屋で休んできたら。
So they're spending like the whole day here, I guess. That's just being friendly. Yeah, true. But I feel like it can also be used to your advantage, you know? Because it's like a... It can be like read like that. If I had to describe the most unfair aspect of him, it was his ability to be sensitive, even while coming off as rude. There's another sneeze. Frickin' hell, dude. Okay. For my part, I was way too shy. It took a serious effort to talk to a lot of people in a new place, even if I already knew them.
そうね。ちょっと客室で一息入れてくる。
No, don't leave. Come on, keep up the conversation.
おう、そうしろそうしろ。くまりの部屋は確か。
ねえ、
Oh no, not him.
宗十郎さんどこ行ったか知らない？
宗十郎なら買い出しじゃないのか？飲み物が足りないとか言ってたしな。
My boy's making sure everyone stays hydrated. Wow, what a legend.
本当？まあ、行くなら僕に声かけてくれればよかったのに。あの人も自分でできることは全部。
So he seems very friendly with everyone now. I wonder what happened. Uh-oh.
まあ、そこが動物っぽくていいんだけど。
What's up with that smug-ass face, though? As I mentioned earlier, the blonde boy's name was Bayo. I didn't know his full name, nor had he ever formally introduced himself. Tobimaru, Aoko, and Shizuki all called him Bayo, and I just followed their lead. He seemed to be fond of him. Sojuro, that is. Whenever he had a chance, you'd hear him go, Oh my god. So he likes him a lot now? That's a twist that I have. Jesus.
宗十郎さん、お腹減っちゃってません？ぜひご一緒し
I
ま
mean,
し
I
ょ
don't
う。
think it would matter anyway, honestly. But yeah, sure.
宗十郎さん、特に理由はありませんけど。
Damn, he's simping more than towards Toko in the past. And so he clung to him like a cat to a curtain. Was Sojiro even the kind of person that was popular with kids? All the Sojiro, Sojiro every day was starting to grate on me. Anyway, I went to find my guest room. Oh, escort her, please.
初めに青崎に聞いた。
Oh, come on.
30分ぐらいで
You
戻
should
る
have
から。
said, no, I don't. Can you help me find it? Come on. I want to root for her, but she's not trying at all, dude. Come on. You can easily slot in some, you know, freebies in there. Slinging over my shoulder the bag I'd put down in the drawing room, I headed up to the guest rooms on the second floor. According to Alko, I would be staying in the second room of the east wing.
あら、
As I headed out into the hallway, I ran into her. She seemed to be on her way from the bedrooms to the hall.
青崎も休憩？あの突き当たりってあんたの部屋なの？え？そうだけど、別に部屋には寄ってないわよ。
Was that a blush? What?
私はちょっとした探し物の途中だから気にしないで。
Sauce?
あ、客室の鍵は開いてるから。部屋の机の上に鍵があるから、出るときはそれで施錠してね。
She took the stairs down to the first floor. My room was unoccupied. Is this the same room where Sojiro woke up in at one time? Or maybe it's an identical layout. Or maybe it is this one, because it certainly looks like it. I checked to make sure I was alone, then put down my luggage and stowed my wallet in a pocket. I considered keeping my favorite bunny-shaped commuter pass and lucky charm with me, but all it contained was a yearly school festival photo anyway. I left it on the table. I was going to be spending the night in an unfamiliar building. It was best to travel light. So I guess they're staying overnight too. Probably because it's like a longer trip up the mountain or something. I don't know.
鍵は。
Big party.
ああ、これね。
It was a brass key with an old-fashioned and elaborate design that perfectly complemented the mansion's European theme.
疲れた。
I plopped my butt down on the bed. I was always self-conscious around Tobimaru, but Miss Alice made me nervous in a different way. For some reason, I always felt a pang of guilt whenever she looked at me. It was like being gently interrogated, being confronted with all of my life's failures. I doubt she meant to make me feel that way. It was just how I reacted to her. Nobody was perfect after all.
青崎も静木もよくあの子と暮らせるもんだわ。
I can only respect them for that. Alka simply had an iron will. I bet she lived life without any rugrats. Sojiro was completely different. It was clear he was just oblivious to how scary Miss Alice's gaze could be.
それはともかく。
I like the animated sprite falling on its back. That was kind of funny. I fell backward onto the bed. Outside my window, the sky was overcast. The weather forecast had said the 3-day weekend was supposed to be sunny. Not so in the mountains, I suppose. Ooh. At this point, I'd met 6 people staying here. Aoko, Alice, Sojiro, Tobimaru, and that idiot Kinomi. Mr. Yamashiro, Bayo. Miss Alice had implied that there were other guests staying here too. That was a Western-style house and people didn't take their shoes off at the entrance, so I couldn't guess their number by counting shoes. Like, what do you mean? Bruh. We take our shoes off. And it's a European place, right? Come on. Writing error. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, definitely do that. You take note of the people and the time. Sure, dude. For now, I had no idea how many other people there were here. I decided to rest my eyes and take a short nap. One trick I picked up from the years of part-time work was the ability to sleep in exact 15-minute intervals. As I drifted off, I heard a laugh. Or was it a scream? Sus.
Yosh.
15-minute nap done. I checked myself in the mirror. I took a hairbrush out of my bag, quickly brushed my hair, and left the room. As I locked the door behind me, I heard an unfamiliar voice coming from downstairs. A new guest? I didn't hear a peep until I left the guest room. It must have had great soundproofing. Oh, well, look who it is. I guess they're here too. Wow. Yeah, I feel like a 15-minute nap probably won't do you any favors. You're gonna be so tired when you wake up from that, right? Surely. I mean, not that I know, because I never nap, because I consider naps to be bad, so if I try to sleep a lot at night instead, but I feel like a 15-minute nap is just, you know, you're just gonna be more tired when you wake up from that. Yeah, you like Yuika a lot, huh, Andrew? Yeah, I remember that. We saw her earlier too in the the bonus story where we saw Toko's and Bayo's POV of some of the earlier events. She treated Bayo to some kind of yummy stuff. The blind waifu? Oh, dude. This guy's here as well. She's so nice.
あ、お洗濯ちゃんと片付けてきた？お布団とか出しっぱなしじゃないかしら。
それはご心配なく。今日のメンツを聞いた時点でしっかり取り込ませていただきました。不吉な予感しかしませんでしたので。
What does that mean, sus? The guests were from Aida Church. Miss Alice appeared to have overheard them. She came out from the east wing to greet them.
面目ない。せっかくお招きいただいたのに遅くなりました。おかわりはありませんか、アリスさん。
あなたを呼んだ覚えはないけど、来てしまったのなら仕方ない。
Damn, uninvited but still okay. Wow.
リツカさんの席しか用意していなかったけれど、急いで椅子を用意するわ。
別段お構いなく。リツカはともかく。
Oh, they're only visiting?
私とエイリ神父は早々に立ち去りますから。
Besides Ritsuka?
それと、椅子も間に合っています。
Okay. They're just gonna stack on one chair?
ゆいちゃんひどい。何がひどいって、本気で。
Damn, she's getting bullied in these bonus stories, dude. First getting paralyzed by Toko and now this. Wow.
お姉さんに対して当たりきつすぎると思うわ、私。
Let's just call these guys Team Church. Miss Alice led Father Eri and Yuika into the drawing room. Father Eri looked like he was enjoying himself. Or no, he's just a priest in the Nasu verse. He just has to have a smile. Don't worry about it. He was always so laid back with a permanent smile on his face. Exactly. He's like paralyzed, I have a feeling. It was hard to tell how he really felt about being here. Sister Yuika was clearly unhappy. Then again, like Father Eri, her expression rarely changed, so who knew how she really felt? And then there was...
あ、小鹿ちゃんだ。チャオ。
Ciao! Ritsuka, I wondered what manner of beast lurked beneath that cheerful veneer. Probably not even a kitten.
こんにちは、リツカさん。リツカさんたちも誘われたんですか、パーティー。
ええ、ぜひ来てくださいってあっちゃんから。エイリさんとユイちゃんには
She calls Alice あっちゃん。 Wow, that's very, very interesting.
もしかして招待状の差出人ってそれぞれ違うのかしら。
そうみたいですね。私はしずきからだったし。
Interesting. Ritsuka was Yuika's sister and not a real member of the clergy. She was just a regular citizen of Misaki. I saw her every now and then in the shopping district. Yeah, regular citizen. Yeah, right, of course.
それよりリツカさん、雨降ってきたんですか？
Nice POV, I guess.
パラパラとね。すぐに止んでくれればいいけど。
Ritsuka glanced outside, concerned. Oh my god, another one. Sheesh. These are coming in fast. Wait a minute, does it say... Interesting, because this is the third one, right? But it says Decision D. So I guess my route ended up skipping one of the questions for now. Interesting. Alright, fair enough. Also, hey, Fates, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. So we have rain's going to get worse. The rain might turn to hell. I should just go home. Can she control the weather? Alright, the rain's gonna get worse. I'm sorry, Ritsuka, but it looks like the rain's only gonna get worse.
寒い。ここ外より寒くない？
ですね。今に移動しましょう。
No, I'm gonna pick them in order, even if it might be your favorite. I don't care. I'm doing them in order, okay? Because I'm gonna read them all.
賛成だけど。ま、宗十郎さんには宗十郎さんの仕事があるんでしょうしね。待っててあげようと思ったけど、余計な気遣いかも。
しずき、外にいたんですか？
ええ、山道の方で草を刈っていたわ。
Look at him being a hard worker as usual.
ヘリポートでも作るかっていうぐらい。
I could never figure out what made that guy tick. No one can, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. Wait, oh yeah, what does the remaster even cost, actually? I have no... What's the price, and does it have any discounts right now for Stay Night? It was too tiring to even try. We moved to the drawing room in search of warmth. $14 sounds pretty low, actually. But I assume you have like a crazy good region. It's probably not like that for everyone. The rain showed no sign of stopping. It's 10% off, okay. In fact, it seemed to be getting stronger. The sun hadn't set yet, but it was already as dark as night outside. The party had yet to begin. Looking over the drawing room and the sunroom, I saw everyone engaged in conversation. The card game Hosuke brought had caused a stir in the drawing room. It was getting competitive, mainly. Uh-oh. Damn, 30 euros without the discount? Damn. That's a tough one, but yeah, fair enough, I guess. It's still quite a bit of content if you've never like read any of it. So it's a lot. Euro getting shafted as usual. Celeste Mahoyo. Yeah, true. But to be honest, I feel like most people already know about Stay Night. But yeah, I guess if you're new into it, it's a good deal, I guess, yeah. Apparently they were playing a fantasy-themed construction game from Germany called Puppet Pass. I thought it said Puppet's Ass at first. It's interesting. It was basically the kind of game where players tried to sabotage their opponents, so everyone was putting on forced smiles while they schemed against each other. I think Alice would be good on card games because she would have an easy poker face, right? Because that's her normal face too. You have expected 60 years because we haven't read it and it might be bigger. Well, it's not a remake per se. It's just like, it's a remaster. So it's, yeah, in that case, it's good that it's not super expensive. Also, voice crack. Okay. In contrast, the older people in the sunroom were drinking wine and watching the students intently.
驚きましたね。誕生会が始まるまで館内は自由に歩いていい決まりだとは。
Are you my remaster? That's such a corny line. Yeah. It would be so funny if that wasn't it. Someone needs to make that a patch. That would be so funny.
別に入られたら困るところはそもそも壁に変えたから。今日だけの変更だけど。
She lets people walk around the mansion. Okay. But she also made walls that were not there before. Makes sense. So no one can access the library, probably, at least. Uh-oh, he heard. Uh-oh, time to die.
それに遭難者とかアリスちゃんたら大げさなんだから。そりゃでけえ屋敷だけど迷子になんかなりませんよ。
私たちの客室も用意してくれたのね。夜になったら帰る予定だけど心遣いは助かっちゃうな。ゆいちゃん、せっかくだし服着替えてこない？お姉さんのチャイナドレスとか貸してあげるから。さすがにパーティー会場に
チャイナドレス OK。
結構です。魔女の家で礼装を脱ぐなど自殺行為。私はあなたのように遊びに来ているわけではありません。
Damn, she's using them fancy terms.
いや、遊びに来てるんですけどね。私ですら手ぶらで来てるのにシスターユイカと来たら、どうしてこういつでも臨戦状態、よらば切る出刃包丁みたいな性格になったんだか。
あなたたち二人が不真面目な分、私が引き締めなくてはいけないだけです。
She's always very professional, huh? Oh, it's 6 p.m. Is the party gonna start now? The clock struck 6. Outside it was completely dark. With Mr. Yabashiro and the church staff here, it would probably be safe to go home tonight, but the rain gave me pause.
そろそろ支度をするべきではないかしら。
Oh?
トッキーはどこに？
Toki? Nani? Miss Alice declared the end of the card games with an unexpected question.
トッキー？トッキーって誰？
Yeah, who is that?
誰って時吉のじいさんだろう。あれ、もしかして小鹿じいさんに挨拶してねえの？
Old man?
知らない。まだこの家に人がいるの？今更だけど。
Oh, it's the dude we saw along to the theme park guy. I think that's him.
私、
I forgot about him,
し
yeah.
ずきくん、築地くん、木の実くん、くまりさん。
13 are expected, apparently.
で、合計13人。さっきから一堂には揃わないみたいだけど。13人か。
1, 2, 3. I counted the people in the room. Oh shit. It's an interesting choice. I'm pretty sure the numbers don't add up here, but I'm gonna click the top option anyway, because I'm still picking these in order. The numbers add up. Just then... Whoa. Is that a helicopter sound? What the fuck? Helicopter, helicopter. I heard a strange sound outside, like something cutting through the wind. It grew into a loud roar, I assume is meant to say, that seemed to pound the very walls of the building. Oh, she's had the nice face for a second there, while we were all distracted by that.
こんなメルヘン女、私をのけ者とかざけてんの？
Oh, hello. She was in that picture I didn't recognize. Okay, okay. Is that blonde I see? Okay.
こんなボンクラどもはホイホイ呼んで、大本命かつ大人気、この超英国美少女であるリデル様を、なんであんたの誕生会に呼ばれるの
Riddle, huh? May Riddle Arcalot, or is it Archilot? I don't know. I assume it's Arcalot. Whoa. Whoa. Dude. Okay. Okay, okay. The girl who arrived was several times louder than the storm, so she got delivered here by helicopter. Is that a rich, blonde girl? Hold. Hold. Okay. We'll see, we'll see. Maybe she was the storm. Damn, even he knows her?
どうやってここに来やがった
Feel like I'm missing out on some great content.
決まってるじゃない。ヘリを飛ばしてよ。
Helicopter.
覚えておきなさい、飛び丸。あんたたちみたいな早くと違って私に不可能なんてない。
Yo, she talks in such a nice way, dude. Oh, dude, she's condescending. We're ticking a lot of good boxes, man. Holy.
いやミサイル
Rich, pompous, condescending, authoritative. Dude, this is rapidly increasing in points. Also, hey, Tyrannaut, thanks for the brand new prime and a big welcome into the Go Gang. Thank you so much. Luvia again. Yeah, fucking bless Nasu, dude. if he printed Luvia again, well, I guess maybe this was even before, theoretically, but hey, dude, I'm all about it. I don't mind at all. Without so much as a glance in our direction, the girl walked right up to Miss Alice. She was dressed in pink from head to toe. It was more accurate to call it a strut than a walk. Her boots made an aggressive clacking sound as they struck the ground. Okay, dude.
ほら、忙しくて引く手あまた。史上初の奥越えウィッチ。自他ともに認める業界ナンバーワンのアイドルがわざわざ専用機飛ばして。
She's a public personality as well. That's kind of nice. Wow.
悔しいでしょ。夢にも思わなかったぐらいサプライズでしょ。いいわ、遠慮なく喜びなさい。
This is music new as well, I can't tell. Also, Alice's face kind of nice. Wow. I never thought I'd see the day Miss Alice's stoicism replaced with pure irritation. The girl in pink nodded smugly down at Miss Alice before finally noticing the rest of us.
Who
are these nobodies? It's new is kind of like a remix of Alco's theme. Okay, nice. Hey Arcadist, how you doing?
ほら、そこの神父。とりあえず私たちに土下座した後、全裸になってチキン食べながら切腹してくれない？
What the fuck? That's a bit extreme, but okay. Why the chicken in between? Am I missing something? That's an oddly specific request.
あなたにだけは言われたくありませんね。アリスさんに謝罪というのなら、まず
Damn, even he doesn't seem to like her.
奪ったものはきちんと本人に。
Last meal? Is chicken like a common request for people's last meals or something?
私はいいのよ。ちゃんと後でお金払ったし。アリスだってキャッシュで受け取ったんだし、あれはもう私のもの。外野がいちいち口挟んでんじゃないわよ。
なんとアリスさんが貴重なプロイを売却すると。
Oh, really?
お金で解決できる問題じゃない。
Are they talking about all this when everyone is listening, by the way? Isn't that kind of weird for like civilians?
どう言っても返してくれないの。
また照れ隠ししちゃってこの。あんたも取引上手よね。お金では譲れないとか言って巧みにレートを上げていくんだから。
Wow.
なあ殿下、あのすげえ女どっかで見覚えあんだけど、アリスちゃんの知り合い？
気のせいだ、忘れとけ。ありゃ関わったら破滅する系の女だ。百害あって一。
Well, that sounds sus.
そうですよね。俺もあそこまでキラキラしている人はちょっと。
Despite whatever Tobimaru was saying, I knew the truth. Wow. Her name was Riddell. She stayed at Tobimaru's house for a time. Okay. Is it because his family was also kind of important? Probably, I'm guessing. It's not Alco song, it's the one they used in the movie trailer as well. Oh. Interesting. Oh yeah, they did mention that they wanted him to marry some foreign girl. Yeah, maybe it is her then. Apparently their fathers were business acquaintances. Yeah, it's definitely her. Okay. Yeah. Well, I say she stayed with him, but Tobimaru estate was so large, they were basically in different houses, or at least I hope that was the case. Oh, dude, NTR.
一応聞いてあげるけど、リデル、あなた何をしに来たの？
何ってあんたの誕生会でしょ？飛び丸の家に電話。
Dude, I like Kuma, but dude, if I was Tobimaru, dude, I would just be... I know where my choice would be. I'm just being honest, dude. Okay.
頭ハイになっちゃってライブキャンセルして飛んできたってわけ。
So she's supposed to be like an idol too, because she's talking about concerts and having fans and shit. So I guess she, yeah, interesting. Okay.
あなた、私の
Gosh, it was analysis. Yeah, but that wasn't in the discussion. Okay, we were talking about which Tobimaru would choose, either Kuma or Riddell. That was the topic. So the Alice comment makes no sense, bruh. Do you like Yojo Zabatai? But do I? It's only the best thing ever created in any fiction ever. It's like it's just absolute peak, is what it is. So yeah, you're not wrong. He would choose Kuma every time, probably, but I wouldn't. I do like Kuma though, so I feel bad. But this girl seems really nice, dude. What the fuck?
まだ秋よねこの国。
よかった。脳はまだ正常ね、リデル。ほら、私、あなたの頭を叩きすぎたでしょ。
She hit her head? Ow. I think the problems were with some of the CGs being... Oh, you mean this day night thingy? Yeah. But I think it's... If you put a Japanese locale on your PC, that apparently already fixed it, but they're probably doing like another fix as well that should be fixing all of that.
それで気の毒な結果を招いてしまったのか。
I mean, you say that, but my brain is so monkey, I would still love it like to the end of days somehow. So I don't know, man. I think I would still be okay with it, because my brain is monkey like that. It's already patched. Okay, well that was fast and nice then.
ちょっと飛び丸。
So instead of like fully damaging the reputation of the game for good, now we just have funny launch memes basically. I feel like that's fine.
いや、でも招待状には確かに久遠寺邸で誕生会をするからぜひ参加するようにとだな。
そうそう、俺も会長から2000円と引き換えに招待状もらったよ。
Wow.
ところで料金取られたの俺だけ。
Was he the only one who had to pay to get in? Scammed.
知らない方が幸せな話ってどこにでもあるんですね。ああ、私も久遠寺邸で誕生会をすると覚えてきましたが。
でも、あっちゃんの誕生日じゃないのよね。
Oh, so they were just like that there's a birthday party at Alice's place, but it's not Alice's birthday. Interesting.
なぜそんな勘違いを生んだのかしら。
Wow.
確かに誕生会だけど、私じゃなくてトッキーの誕生会。
Oh, it's the old man's. Really? I thought it was gonna be like Soldier or Alco or something.
彼、私に祝ってほしいと言うから、
Wow,
この屋敷を
what a
会
plot
場にした
twist.
だけなのだけど。
I like that their faces changed in unison. I reread the invitation. You are cordially invited to a birthday party at the Kuonji estate. Now I see. It didn't say anything about whose party it was. That's kind of brutal, right? You should definitely write it in there, especially if it's not the obvious, owner of the house.
やっほー、盛り上がっちゃって何の騒ぎ？リデルリドル？あんた、なんでここにいんのよ？
Wow, the double riddle.
今 NK ホールでライブやってんじゃないの？
Damn, she's so shocked about this.
私、ビデオ録画してるんですけど。
Wait, is she a fan of hers? Well, that's a development. What the fuck? I was expecting her to be like, not liking her either, like the rest so far. But is Alice or Aoko actually a fan of hers? Wow.
サボタージュ。
All these plot twists. Jack's rock? But usually idol stuff is not rock, right? Oh no, she's so betrayed.
やっぱりこいつマジうざい。
Damn. She's yapping too much.
だいたい私音楽とかどうでもいいし、ファンなんて私に見つけて
Wow, so she has no respect for the artistry. She just does the music stuff so she can get like more fans that worship her. Wow. Honestly, I still simp her, okay? Even though I love music. Also, that's when the razor blades come out. Jesus Christ. Whoa, that took a dark turn. Yeah, talk about. Jeez. Oh, it's Robin. Chirping sweetly, a blue robin landed on the girl's shoulder.
さすがリデルさん、感情のオンオフ激しいっすね。本当の私を見て
I like how Robin always fucks with everyone that's not Alice.
恥ずかしくないんすよね。すげえ。やっぱリデルさんマジ
Just the job, yeah, clearly. Like that he's... Dude, it's like... Someone should make this a gif. It's Robin Jam. Sadly, it's not like... it's like cropped badly here because of the zoom in. But yeah, it'd be funny. The Robin Jam.
そうよ、悪い。どうせ私は報われない。自分を主役と勘違いしている小じきみたいな最下層な生き物なのよ。道家なのよ。
Wow. Ouch.
分かってるからほっといてよ、ロビン。後できっちり細切れにして犬に食わせてあげるから。
Our newest guest was talking to a bird. She really was one of those crazy pop stars you hear about in the tabloids. Yeah, at least in her POV.
なるほど。時津さんの誕生会でしたか。私たちもどうして呼ばれたのか半信半疑でしたが、それなら合点がいきます。シスターユイカなんて、これは罠だから完全武装で行くべきです。
Again, very professional.
出す始末ですし。
しかしクオンジさん、肝心の時津百合彦氏はどこに？私たちも挨拶をしていないのですが。
そういえばそうね。青子、トッキーは？
え、いないの？夕食の手配全部あの人が担当なのに。とびきりのシェフ団を手配するから君たちはゆっくりしていなさいって自慢してたじゃない。
そりゃおかしいな。そういう段取りならシェフ団とやらは4時には到着していないと間に合わねえぞ。誰か時津のじいさんを見なかったか？
お昼まではここにいたけど、それ以降は見てないよ。
私は一度も見てないわ。何度か席を外したけど、その時も見かけなかったし。昼過ぎから今まで5時間近く誰もトッキーを見ていない。
Well, that's a bit weird. The room was silent. Everyone seemed to be waiting for someone else to say something. Even Holsky and the pink girl didn't have any banter to offer. I guess he's just a pink girl now.
あ、なんすかこの空気。カラオケ始まるっすか？自分テディボーイブルースとか得意っすよ。フリッキーにも歌つけてくれないっすかね？
The only one making any noise was the robin on the table. It was bobbing its head in a strange way. Yeah. Oh, he's finally here.
みんな揃ってた。夕飯の支度は
Also, the rain ASMR is real. The voice cut through the tension. A young man looking calm and composed had arrived. He must have picked up on the mood in the room, right? With his staple, unreadable grin, Soljuro looked around the room at everyone gathered.
ところで、屋根裏で時津さんが死んでいるんだけど、どうしようか。
Okay, bruh. Why so nonchalant? He's dead in the attic. What do we do? Like, hey, everyone's here for his birthday party. When's dinner? Oh yeah, he's dead. He's dead in the attic. What should we do? It's like, okay, bro, what the fuck? Shouldn't that be like the first thing you talk about? I had a feeling it was gonna take a twist, but yeah, okay, interesting. Wow. Is this actually gonna be like an Among Us situation or something? Oh my god. What the fuck, dude? Wow. Oh my god. Jesus. We were on the 3rd floor. A hellish scene greeted us in the attic directly above the hall. In the center of the room was Tokitsu Yurihiko. Or so we believed. Is that implied he has no head? The faceless body had been burned and most of its limbs mangled. Only the torso remained in a vaguely recognizable shape. I mean, the obvious, you know, suspect would be Bale, right? Because he's a wolf. But, I mean, it's probably not going to be that simple. A burning stench filled the air inside the suit-covered walls. I guess it also could be that it's not him, even if his suitcase is here.
Why
are they taking it so well, dude? They're like, oh, yeah, okay, sure, this happened, and it's probably a murder, but yeah, sure. They're calmly analyzing all this. It's probably pretty gruesome looking as well. He wants, come on, dude, read the room. She's asking a logical question.
Also, why is it in his place, yeah? Though that even the sprite of hers looks so nice. Yeah, she actually has a proper reaction. What the fuck? Yeah. Oh, was there shit in English?
Shit.
Yeah, she did. Shit.
Shit.
Yo, she gets more points.
どちらかというと小麦粉ではないだろうか。
Holsuke remained on the 2nd floor trembling. The rest of us took turns surveying the scene. Flower, huh? It could be like one of those flower explosions. Oh, it could even be an accident that no one killed him, if that's the case. Because he was so dry up there, probably. He probably wandered there, it was too dry, it was flour, he tried to lit up like a candle or something to see shit, and boom. There you go, I solved it. Following the orders of a now quite animated Ritsuka, we moved about in pairs. Since Holsuke ran off, I ended up paired with Tobimaru.
しかし、とんでもねえシーンだな。爆発って犯人は何考えてやがる。
I was surprised Tobimaru already saw this as a murder. Yeah, it's like weird that you would immediately think it's a murder.
時津のじいさんが久遠寺邸で爆発物を取り扱う可能性はゼロだからな。ほら、この胴体ちょっと見てみろ。腰のあたりに妙な焼け跡がある。これ、ロープじゃねえかな。時津のじいさんはこの部屋でロープで縛られて軟禁されていたと見るのが妥当だろう。
Tied up and killed with a bomb without anyone noticing?
ああ、なんだってそんな回りくどいことをしたかって話だ。爆発物を使う利点は、そうだな。起爆までのタイムラグを利用した時間操作と遠隔操作が挙げられる。どちらもアリバイ作りには有利だな。
Wow. Dead body or not, he didn't skip a beat. He stayed calm and composed as he analyzed the situation. At times like this, he seemed so perfect. Wow, the simping is real. Actually, whenever I saw him get serious about anything, he was so damned cool. Damn, she really likes him a lot.
だがまあ、凶器は分かった。パンだ。
Bread, the most deadly of weapons.
はい。
A voice called out to us from below.
みんな、ちょっと来て。大変よ。
Oh, there's more happening? Uh-oh. What is this now?
つながってないわ。
You can't call the popo? Oh no. Tobimura and I looked at each other.
くもり、行くぞ。
The classic cut down the wire. I nodded and we exited the attic together. Father Eri closed and locked the door behind us after we returned to the second floor. Damn. The sound of the rain was deafening. We gathered around the telephone.
電話線が切れている。じゃなくて、電話線そのものが抜かれてるわ。これじゃあ警察に通報するのはおろか、外部への連絡も不可能よ。
じゃあ直接呼びに行ってきます。
いえ、それは待ってください。
Damn, he was ready to just run through the range of the station. What a guy. He's always ready to go. The priest pointed toward the skylight. Damn, the thunderclap. That was cool. Raindrops struck the glass hard in a thunderous cadence. At this point, we were in the midst of a full-blown storm. We'd all come on foot, so it would be risky to go back the mountain in this weather. However, Father Eri hadn't stopped Sojiro for his own safety. If someone wandered off by themselves, those left behind would be in a precarious position. For instance, it would be easy to destroy evidence without any witnesses around.
とりあえず、今に集まりましょう。警察に連絡を入れるのは、話を整理してからでも遅くはありません。
Everyone agreed with the priest. Everyone except Hosuke. He seemed to be waiting for someone to reveal that this was all an elaborate prank. Feeling a slight chill, I glanced at the front door. Just faintly, I had the sense that something was off. Outside, the rain became a torrent. With my mind in a haze, Ah, shit. Another one. F. Sheesh. Wow, new page. Damn, that bottom one looks tasty, but I'm gonna go with the top one. Something horrible is about to happen. Feel like something terrible is about to happen. That was a weird thing for a choice. It was just a thought, but okay.
しかし。
Alright. I think we might pause here, I think this could be a good pause point. And then next time we'll finish all of the different stuff. We'll do this. We'll do all of the frickin' options, everything. That should be fine, right? That should definitely be doable. And I think next we might just do the Ishtar gacha attempt. Because now we know what's up with this chapter. We've seen how it works. And yeah, okay. Because it would take a lot of overtime today for me to finish all of this. And I don't really want to exhaust myself too much because it's been so hectic with all the content lately. So I feel like now I'm just going to do another save right here. And then next time we'll do everything that's left. And then we'll be 100% done with the Baho Yoru, okay? Probably next week. Actually, next week is summer. But hopefully still next week, okay? There we go. That was good. Interesting. This feels very different to the rest of the game, but yeah, sure.